Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope all of you have been doing way better than I have been this past week because uh it has been it has been a lot. It has been a really rough last 7 days, but I'm here. Let's relax, let's get cozy, and I guess let's get to drawing. And once I showed you guys what we're drawing today, I'll go on into talking about, I guess, like, how the week has been for me. Max Black Cat, hello, hello! My favorite human here too. Thank you so much for being here, Unique Styles. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all of you. I have the energy. I got a good amount of sleep last night, so I do have the energy. It's just this week has really worn me down, and I'm trying really hard to, I guess, like, figure things out. But first of all, let's take a look at what we're doing today. So I'm working on, we're gonna take a little break from all the bubble tea planning and stuff. I just want to give you guys something new to look at, something chill to do, and that's this. So this is a charity poster to the convention Oda Fest in Calgary. And the Puglies are based off of their mascots. Let me just pull them up real quick. They're really beautifully designed mascots. They're so just cute, unique. I love their fashion style. Alright, let me hide some of this first so you guys can get a clearer picture. So yeah, these are their mascots. It's Aurora and Seth and Gabriel. Yepany, hello, hello, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, so they commissioned me to create this charity poster for them. It's going to be auctioned off at the convention, and also I am grateful that I got invited to be a special guest at their convention. So I can't begin to even, like, sing the praises of Oda Fest. It is an anime convention in Calgary. I think it's their only one, and it is so well run. Everyone on their staff is so kind. They're the type of convention that will go to the artist alley tables and ask if you have water, if you have food, if you're doing okay. And that's the type of convention organization and care for the artists that we want to see in all future conventions. Coco, hello, hello, thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you're able to make it. And Yepany, aren't you supposed to be streaming today, or like later today, or are you taking a break today? It has been so long, Coco. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're just gonna be working on first of all fixing up the sketch a little bit of these two. So this is Seth, this is Aurora, this is Gabriel. There's just something I want to fix a little bit with Gabriel, and then we're gonna do some line art and chill, and I'll talk to you guys about my week, and if you guys want to start off and just tell me how your week has been, I mean, that'd be super swell. Just, like, let me live vicariously through you, because there's some big news on Puglie's front, and it's not good news, and it's something I have to figure out. First of all, let me figure out what my tools are. Okay, so first thing I want to fix with Gabriel is I just want to make him look a little bit more dynamic. Let me hide the bleed. And by that, I mean, like, I can just tilt him up a little bit and maybe curve his beanie body just a little bit more so that it's like he's frolicking a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, let me live vicariously through you. Let me know how your week's been. I mean, if your week has also been awful, then I am very sorry. And we are in it together. Alright. Just gonna lower this down a little bit. Because I want him to be, like, really curved, like a beam. But I also want him tilting up. Because it's like he's looking forward. He's looking up at all the adventures he's about to have. Yeah, that's a better angle. That's a way better angle. And I just gotta make sure that things aren't getting cropped in the bleed. And I might just, it's a pretty tight space. Gonna shrink them down a tinge. I have so many layers. My poor Photoshop is like, please don't make me do this. Alright. I moved my usual Wednesday streams to Thursday. Hey, good thing I have more time to hang here. Yes, and I can catch you. Finally. It's not good news. It is unfortunately not good news. It's this entire week has just been it's been a lot. Is it the poopy people copying you? That's part of it. That's part of it. Was it the thing you shared on Twitter? Yes, that is actually one of it. Have you watched Turning Red yet? I have not. So that's also. All right, let's chill for a little bit. Let's chill for a little bit. We got the file set up. I will make adjustments a little later. Let's just chat. So first of all, to those of you who might not know what this Twitter thing is, let me just head over real quick to my Twitter to show you guys what's been up. Expand this a little. Oh wait, you guys can see my screen. Me. So one of the things that really infuriated me, not this, I'm really proud of this. Oh my god, Anne! Look at Anne's thing. Oh man, my Twitter's loading. It's trying so hard. Oh, I think I see it. I think I can access it right here. Once it loads. That's gonna be cool. So, I guess to summarize it until this thing loads up, someone on Instagram discovered that another artist just ripped off Puglie and made him into NFTs. So these are, like, I can't say that these are direct traces because in some ways, like, the curves are different and stuff, but at the same time, like, they are just complete ripoffs. Like, and here's the thing. I don't get into NFTs. Excuse me. I don't get into NFTs because, though, yes, I like money. I would like money to survive, and it's been really rough. I don't personally get into NFTs because I feel like the appreciation for the art is not really there. Like, of course, there are people that are collecting NFTs because they actually enjoy the art, but a lot of people are collecting them because it's like, it stonks. Like, they're hoping that this particular piece of art, or whatever it is that is the NFT, is going to appreciate, and they can sell it, and they can make more money, and it goes on and on. And I'm just not for that. I really want people, when they adopt a Puglie, I say adopt because I want them to really take him into their heart, into their home, and NFTs just really aren't about that. As much as I want Puglie to be a collectible and to be collected, I want him to be collected because people enjoy him for him, not because they're holding him and being like, I'm gonna sell this like in 2 days and make mad bank. I don't really want that. I mean, it'd be cool if somehow Puglie ended up like that, but I don't want that to be their main purpose. So this hit me hard because, like, this is a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to really rip off someone and, like, to give him these kind of eyes and everything. Like, it's a completely different style, and I just, for someone to have the skills to use the tools for art and to use it to rip off another artist, that is some real shady shit. Like, this is even worse, in my opinion, than someone just taking my art, like my little art, and just putting it up as an NFT, like copy and pasting it. Because at least them copying and pasting it is like super lazy. Like, I get it, you're just a lazy fucking thief. That's okay, but like, that's not okay. But like, it is what it is. But like this, as someone who shows herself off as another artist that works in the comic industry or something, to do this, like, that is some real backhanded shade, and I was just so upset by it. So that's one. The second thing is, and I think I've been honest with you guys about this, is that Puglie and I really struggled throughout the pandemic, and especially in the last year. Like, I'm not going to go into details of numbers, obviously, but Puglie, for the first time in his existence, made a loss last year, and it was a decent amount of loss. And I understand, because it's like the second year into the pandemic. We're all suffering. We're all having a hard time just like keeping up with our day-to-day lives and everything. So like, I'm not special in that. But because NFTs are so ingrained and tied to money and investments and making money and being lazy and making the money off of that, it just hit me way harder, because I suffered. I had to go through so much last year, and I am still going through a lot thus far. And survival is a big thing for not only me, but also the people I employ. I want to make sure that they're being paid fairly. And to see this, and to see people making money off of this, just like, it makes me so angry. So when this happened, this is why, like, my comments were like, I absolutely hate it here. I'm so damn tired, y'all, because I really am. It just hurts. It really, really hurt. Oh, let's see. Gotta catch up on chat now for a little bit. Okay, I thought you were telling us to chill because there were too many questions in the chat. Oh, no. I was saying let's have a chill time. Let's just, cause it's been a rough week. This is just one of the things. I think I haven't seen Twitter not on the dark mode for way too long. I live in light mode. I just need like bright lights to be shot straight into my eyes for this. The concept is too similar that it doesn't matter if it's not a direct trace. I mean, also true. Like, in many ways, I'm very, like, realistic. You know, everyone can draw a cat or another dog or something and put it in food. It's not like this is a unique concept, you know? Animals and food. It's the same. But, like, yeah, this is absolutely not it. Thank you, Yepany and Max Black Cat, for the emoji feels. This makes me livid, absolutely. Like, that was it. That was me for the day. I was just like, I was trying to work, but at the same time, I was just like on Twitter on my phone, going like replying to everyone. And I really do appreciate everyone that came up and gave me such, like, you know, just condolences and good energy and rage energy. I really appreciate it. Sugar Daddy Canada money run out. I know. It's a sad times. Hey, Huge. Yeah, I saw your tweet. Hey, Quan. Fancy seeing you here. LOL, I go light mode a lot too. It's just, I want that contrast, you know? I want that blinding contrast. So this is one of the things. This is just one of the things that made my week tough. Trudeau, do something good. Gosh, give me more monies to spend on patooties. Please. Oh my god. And Coco, like, I don't know if you're being hit by this, but because I live in the city of Vancouver, we have those eco fees. So, like, we now have to pay for bags and like, takeout cups and stuff like that. It is just, it's rough, man. It's, like, there has to be a better way. The only light mode I have is Instagram. Everything else is dark mode. Interesting. Quan, why would you keep, like, Instagram in light mode, but everything else in dark mode? Is there, like, do you feel like there's a certain perk in Instagram, like the lightness makes everything brighter, like the contrast higher? I'm so infuriated, I don't even know the words. Artistic integrity is so important. Sending you all the good energy and hugs and respect. Yepany, thank you so much. And yeah, that's the thing, like, the money thing is a personal thing. It's a struggle that I've had to deal with. So that's very much a me thing. But the artistic integrity, now that is something that, like, ooh, it just, where is your artistic integrity? Like, it's one thing to do fan art, you know, like you have your own artistic license there, but like, where is your artistic integrity? To see another artist, like, I don't know, because this isn't even fan art. It's like if you traced Mickey Mouse and changed his eyes, like, and the thing is, I am a medium-sized artist. I'm not a big artist. I'm not small per se. I would say by fame and people's perception, I am like quite medium-sized. And realistically speaking, on a personal level, I am a small artist. It's rough. It's been rough. And it's like, dang, if you just even looked at my website, you would know how small I am. And for you to steal this, the one silver lining, and I hate that this is even a silver lining, is that OpenSea took them down quite immediately, actually. And Instagram took it down later in the evening. And then the artist, I think, started realizing that they got caught. So they made a Twitter post, like, apologizing to the Nebulous about, like, they did a plagiarism, and they'll be refunding the people that, like, bought their NFTs of these guys and stuff, and that they're still learning, apparently. And I have to call that a silver lining, because apparently she also went and took down some of the other Instagram posts that Beth didn't report on. So it's like, yeah, there's learning, but the fact that this happened in the first place is just so disrespectful. Like, I think that's what hits me hard. The eco fees are so stupid, especially from fast food places that were already giving us brown bags for free. Why am I suddenly paying 25 cents for McDonald's? Yes! Like, for those of you who don't know, in Vancouver, in the city of Vancouver, the government recently enacted a eco fee. And I am very proud of Vancouver for being very conscious about, like, ecos, environment, sustainability, all that stuff. But this new law just makes no sense. Because what they're doing is that they're adding on a 25%, sorry, not 25%, no, not that, 25 cent fee for all takeout bags and all takeout cups. And the gesture is so that when a customer pays the extra 25 cents, it will encourage the business to bring in, like, sustainable packaging, like paper bags or paper whatever, like just more sustainable stuff. But the thing is, this law is not actually a law. Like, the business doesn't actually need to spend the extra 25 cents that they earn on a sale on anything eco. It's like a suggestion. So it doesn't make sense, because like Coco said, McDonald's is already giving us things in paper bags and paper packaging and paper everything. Why are we paying an extra 25 cents to a mega corporation, for that matter? And it's just, the cost of living here just goes up more and more. I will fight anyone for Puglie and Huge. You are my favorites. Rock'em Sock'em, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And also, thank you so much for being back. Yeah, I think I'm just used to Instagram being lit up and in contrast. Dark mode just feels cozy for other platforms. That's very true. That's very true. Wow, someone did NFTs of bootleg Puglie? Mimi reads a lot. Hello. Thank you so much for joining again. And yes, someone took Puglie, completely ripped him, and essentially traced him. And then changed his eyes to be these weird googly eyes. Glad you and the others were taking down those posts. Yeah, Beth was like, speed of lightning, got all that information out and did the reports, but yeah, like, a lot of these are just straight up traces. Some of the angles, like the curvature of things are different, but by and large, like, it's Puglie. It is. The fact that she even did it, yeah, it's crap. Absolutely. That's trash sauce. Yes, oh my god, trash sauce. The greater Vancouver area is also trying to be plastic bag free by beginning of 2024, I believe. I mean, plastic bag free makes sense, but like, give us paper bags at least. Like, if I forget a bag, like, I don't mind paying a little extra fee for a paper bag. Like, please just offer me this. I can understand the incentive for smaller companies, but also, like, my go-to dim sum place uses reusable bags that are compostable and don't charge me extra anything. So I don't get where big fast food places get off trying to charge me for something they were already giving me. Exactly. Like, this is a law that came into place, but there's no enforcement of it. But a lot of places are, like, you know, putting up signs that this is a new law now, and, like, they're kind of apologetic about it. But this is still at the discretion of the business to move towards, like, more sustainable packaging. And like you said, like, a small business would make sense. Like, oh, the extra 25 cents does help. Like, that extra 25 cents does make a difference in, like, packaging costs and mass ordering that stuff. But for mega corporations, like, come on, sit the fuck down. It's not even cute, I know, right? Like, it's just a different style. It's very much like Rick and Morty, almost, like that kind of Adult Swim style, which has its own appeal, but this just ain't it, fam. When A&W asked if I want a bag for my 5-meal order, are you just gonna pass me the burgers individually if I say no? You just, like, hold out your hoodie. It's like, all right, just put them on. Just put it on. Just stack them up. All right, just don't drop any onion rings. It's fine. It definitely gives Rick and Morty vibes. Yeah, I mean, it's the NFT style. It's just, how else do I say it? It's the NFT style. It's so dumb. Like, what the heck? It makes no sense. Like, I need to start reprogramming myself to always bring a reusable bag, and I do want to, but, like, for things like takeout food and stuff, this is one of the things that I want to do with Puglie. I want to make takeout bags that are more shaped like lunch bags, so that for people like us living here, we can actually take them out and be like lunch bags, and we don't have to worry about, like, things being dirty or whatnot. Fedrin, hello, thank you so much for the raid again. Thank you for so much love. Appreciate you. Hello, everyone. Tim the Me, hello. So nice to see familiar faces and familiar names. Fedrin, how have you been? What were you playing today? And I feel bad for workers because the amount of sass they get in response. Yeah, like, it's just, the frontline customer service workers are always at the butt of this. I would love takeout bags. Yes, okay, thank you. I am definitely working on it. I need to source a new manufacturer because my old manufacturer completely just let me down. It is sad, but hello, all the raiders. We're just catching up. We're taking it a little chill, a little cozy, a little angry because I've had a rough week, and I'm just catching up with everyone on how my week's been. So the first story is that Puglie got completely ripped off to be this shitty NFT. We did get it taken down, but the fact that this happened, the fact that someone who is a self-proclaimed artist took the time and skill and energy to rip another artist off for NFTs is just, So that's the first story of the week. The second story is, it's not so much about me. I didn't really have it terrible, but my girlfriend did. So Max Blackhat, when you asked me did I watch Turning Red yet? No. I was supposed to watch it last weekend, or, like, you know, this past weekend, but what ended up happening was that last week, after stream, I went out with friends to this really fancy restaurant. It was our first, like, night out together after our, like, I don't know, third or fourth lockdown. We finally felt safe to eat out again together, and we went to this, like, nice restaurant, and they had oysters. 3 out of the 6 people that were in our party got food poisoning, specifically the virus that you would get from eating raw oysters. And unfortunately, my girlfriend was one of them. And wow, this virus is no joke. We ate on Wednesday night. And it was Friday night that and here's my girlfriend saying I fucking died. It was Wednesday night when we finished dinner, and it was Friday night when it hit her. We spent $600 at that, altogether. Total we spent $600 on this dinner, and Peggy almost died. She refund. That's offensive. It is. She threw up so many times. I've never Peggy doesn't throw up often. Like even when she's drunk. She threw up so much. She's had an upset stomach, and okay, mind you, this is Friday of the past, last Friday night, and she is still nauseous and in stomach pain today. And it's been really bad, the nausea, the stomach pain, all that. So, what we planned to be just a really nice, fun weekend, go out to some coffee shops that we were looking forward to, go out to some food places we were looking forward to, watching Turning Red when we get home. All that went down the drain because for most of the days, Peggy had to sleep because she was in too much pain or too much nausea. Even when I went out to buy medicine, buy electrolytes, all that stuff, she couldn't eat and she couldn't keep down liquids for a long time. So that was that, and we got a refund of $300 today at least, so that's nice. But it just, she and two other friends had to miss out on a day of work, 1 or 2 days of work, and the other friend is also still suffering. Oh my god, I ate a fancy Michelin star restaurant once in my life, and I got food poisoning. Fancy food ain't all that. I hope you feel better soon. So fantastic. Yeah, okay, Yepity, I don't know if you have the same experience, but I'm Asian. I come from Hong Kong. We know what street food is, and when we say street food, we don't mean food trucks or stands. We mean the kitchens that are literally out on the sidewalk, and maybe there's junkyard scrap metal that is used to build the hut around it. There's flies everywhere. It's just a fold out stool. Yes, Yepity, yes. There's just raw food out on a table. There's just meat hung in the same air as what cars are driving by. You know what? Our Asian aunties and uncles never did us wrong. We never got food poisoning from that stuff. And yet, it's the fancy restaurants. It's the fancy restaurants that get us. No refrigeration, unique styles, yes. No refrigeration, oh man. We grew up with that, and yet it's these fancy restaurants that do us in. How do we pay so much and get so little back? No, not the Michelin star restaurants. Should have gotten the whole thing. That's horrible. I know. Coco, we should have gotten the whole thing. Imagine the amount of wage lost because you had to take 1 or 2 sick days from your job because you got sick from a restaurant. In one way, I get it, because whenever you eat raw foods, the menu will always say, yeah, the oysters were raw. Whenever you eat raw things, even half-cooked eggs or something, there's always a warning saying, oh, eating raw foods are at your discretion and stuff like that. And that's the way for the restaurant to protect themselves. But man, it just sucks. And it's could you, I don't know, throw a little back? And that's why the $300 is it's acceptable. It's what it is. It's the Michelin Man that determines where it's good to eat. No one should be trusting Marshmallow Man with food recommendations. Okay, yeah, so I gotta say this. When Peggy and I went to Singapore, there's a handful of Michelin star restaurants there. A lot of them are just the normal food stalls. And Peggy went to try a couple. They weren't really to my taste, so I'm I'll get something else I like. She went to try a couple, and she was you know what, this is just aight. It's good, it's not bad. But she definitely had better at another random food stall. And it made us think, like, the Michelin star is, like, I'm just, like, hypothesizing right now. The Michelin star, I think, is awarded by, like, Europeans or Americans or something. Like, I'm gonna assume that the boardroom is primarily Caucasian people. So, what if they're just giving Michelin stars to Asian places because, one, the food is unique, two, there's some spice and flavor, and three, it's just they've never been to anywhere else. I would trust a tack truck with the front bumper missing over a fancy restaurant any day. Yes, Mex Black Cat, absolutely. Oh, a taco truck. Yeah. Oh man, one of the best tacos, like tacos that Peggy and I has ever had is, and again, another street food truck, but it's not a food truck. It's literally a white van parked on the side of the sidewalk. And then I guess I'm assuming this family just sets up their like hot plates or grills or whatever, like the big slat grill thing, and they're just cooking it out in the open on the sidewalk, and people are just lining up on the sidewalk, and like the drinks are just in an open box of ice, like, and that's all there is, like cheese, meat, like all of it's just out on the open. Most delicious like quesadillas, tacos we've ever had. And their van is just a white van. It's just there for storage. They're actually just cooking on the sidewalk. Americans, Michelin tires are American, I believe. I think, yeah, I guess so. So it'd just be judged by Americans. Michelin is a tire company. Yes, for sure. It's so weird how they went into food for some reason. They gave out stars to encourage people traveling. I think I remember that, yeah. Which, to their credit, it did work. Like, a lot of people do seek out, like, random restaurants or even places to try out when they go traveling. So, it's nice. It works out. It kind of seems like people don't know what Michelin star means, though. 1 star just means, hey, this is worth going to. It's true. It's like a very nice Yelp review, right? Like, a very nice Yelp review. But then when you get, like, you know, the 3 stars or whatever, like Gordon Ramsay, Michelin star chef, it's like, ooh, that's fancy. So, this bad part of my week wasn't so much for me, it was for Peggy. But I guess I was just a little disappointed, because, like, I was really looking forward to our date on Saturday, and it also just sucks to see Peggy in so much, like, pain and discomfort, because I've been really nauseous before. I've had a double ear infection before, like, as in, one ear got double infected somehow in 2 parts of it. Thank you. And I felt extreme nausea before, to the point where I couldn't sit up. And I don't wish that upon anyone, and it just sucks to see Peggy like that. And, you know, I did the best I could, but, like, she couldn't. The one thing she enjoys most is eating, and she couldn't eat. She could barely drink, even when I got her bubble tea. So it was just a bad week for both of us. How did you get a double ear infection? I felt like something was in my ear, so I did the bad habit of getting a Q-tip and tried to dig it out. But I don't think that was it. Truth be told, around that time, like before my ear infection, I was really significantly stressed out, because I had a friend stay with me, and this was during like peak COVID time. And just, she was a little bit more lenient on her COVID quarantine, on the things that she thought was, like, safe to do. And also, like, I don't know about you guys, I'm sorry if this is you, but I really dislike oily fingers and oily things. So, it's like, if you eat, like, a slab of pizza and your hand is, like, covered in oil, I really don't want you touching my couch, my remote control, or even, like, the cup that I gave you. Like, please just wipe that off first, or even better, rinse that off first before touching anything. And I know a handful of friends that do this. It's just their habit, or they don't think, like, you know, this mess is a big thing. I get it. But for me, like, I get really uncomfortable, and unfortunately, like, I didn't make that boundary heard, or I didn't set it, so I found out a little later that was her habit. So in general, it's just imagine like I had a roommate I didn't really jive with for a week with me in the middle of the peak of the pandemic, and I got really stressed out and uncomfortable. And when she finally left, I was really happy, but I guess all that stress finally, like, oh, we don't have to hold it together anymore, and it just like it hit me, and I think that's what caused the double ear infection. Because I looked up like, how do you get ear infections? And of course, like, picking at it is a bad habit, but like, oh, sometimes when you're really stressed out, it happens. And I'm like, cool. Y'all out here thinking Gordon Ramsay is a good chef? Well, that's a problem. He's just on TV, guys. I know, we're so influenced by media. Couldn't drink bubble tea, oh no. Bubble tea is really good when my stomach feels nasty. I think, like, especially when I'm full, like, milk tea bubble tea is the worst. But, fresh bubble tea, like, fresh fruit bubble tea, like, the lighter teas, definitely make me feel good. Especially when you have, like, aloe vera and stuff like that. Don't worry, Huge, I understand the oily fingers thing. Thank you so much. Like, I feel like I'm a very clean person. I think Peggy also thinks I'm a really clean person. Almost to, like, a little bit of an annoying level, but I'm trying to chill out a little bit. But if I eat oily things like fries, chips, pizza and stuff, and I have oily fingers or dirty hands, I will get up and just wash my hands with soap. Like, I just want to get that all out. And then afterwards, I'll, like, wipe with a paper towel or something. So let's recount. We got the NFTs. We got Peggy getting crippling food poisoning, which at this moment she's still recovering from. Here's the big thing. And here's the news that really, really devastated me yesterday. And, how should I even say this? How should I pitch this? The long story short is that I will not be going... Wow, these aren't the big things? No, this is unfortunately the biggest thing. For the foreseeable future, I will probably not be at the big conventions that a lot of you know me for. I know a lot of you know me from Anime Expo, New York Comic Con, PAX, and stuff. And what you all notably know me for is my big balloon boy. My big, fat, round balloon boy that's either floating up from the roof or on top of a booth or something. And the reason being is because the company that I licensed to back then, For Fans by Fans, they, a couple years back, they were acquired by Good Smile Company. And you know what hurt me the most is that no one gave me the heads up. I only found out because I decided finally to email in to figure out what my con schedule might be now that conventions are opening up again. And when I got the response, it was that they will no longer be going to conventions outside of New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, and Anime Expo, and only Good Smile Company will be exhibiting at conventions. So what that means is that For Fans by Fans will not be exhibiting anymore. Big Balloon Boy will not be there anymore. Puglie will not be there anymore. And this hit me in many ways, and I honestly spent a lot of my day yesterday being really numb and just... I was numb, but I wasn't negative. But I had to be really realistic, because here's the transparent part. I'm able to do Puglie full-time because of so much help from For Fans by Fans. I left my full-time job because I always kept track of my own accounting, and I was able to see what I would pull in on my own, like going to conventions, selling stuff online, etc. But I was once I saw what 4Fans by Fans provided me, I was able to make that leap to do Puglie full time. And for the longest time, 4Fans by Fans was a big chunk of my income. And this was for a variety of reasons. One, they went to a lot of the big conventions, like all 4 PAXs, all the big Comic Cons, the big anime cons, they went to all of them. They also did wholesaling for me. And I don't know if that's going to change. I honestly don't know. And then they did online sales for me too. But the big one was conventions, because conventions are great. Like they're great money makers. They're great for meeting fans, and they also allowed me to have a space in these conventions that are largely unattainable for most people, just because the amount of people trying to get into these conventions is like, it's like, think of 100 spaces in a convention, and like 100,000 people are trying to get in. It's really tough. And I was lucky enough to go there, meet some of you, and to be able to represent Puglie. And this is devastating because I've had to, like, not only am I coming out of the pandemic, but I have to really assess how to grow from here, possibly alone. And it's not like I can't get into the same conventions that they've been to, kind of, except for PAX. PAX I can't sell it because they don't have an artist alley. But again, it's just really slim pickings. So yeah, the Balloon Boy, which I missed out in the exhibition. Yeah, so for the foreseeable future, Balloon Boy's not gonna be there anymore. 4Fans by Fans won't be there anymore, and in a large capacity, Puglie won't be there anymore. If I'm lucky, I'll get in via artist alleys, but I think, like, I'm in a state where I'm taking things one day at a time now. It's just like I kind of have to. I have goals, and I do have a really exciting thing coming up in April for those of you that live in the States. I can't say anything yet, but come April 1st, the announcement will be made, and I hope those of you that live in the United States are close to one of these things. And I'm really excited for it. I'm going to be visiting LA for the first time in years. Also my first plane ride for this launch. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, it's just, this was the biggest thing. This was the biggest bad news that I experienced over the course of 7 days. And I'm looking forward to my goals. I'm looking forward to achieving things still. The things that I want to do with Puglie, that I want to draw and make with Puglie. But honestly speaking, I'm in a state right now where I don't know if Puglie can continue to be my full-time. Maybe not like to the degree that I want him to be. Maybe not with employees to help me. And I mean, this is obviously the worst case scenario where Puglie isn't my full-time anymore, but it's like I'm being realistic about it. And at the same time, I'm being realistically positive that, like, there's still stuff I want to make, there's still stuff I want to do. I can still haul my ass to conventions and make the most of it. And I guess we'll see from there. This is such tough news, especially after a tough financial year. I really believe that as tough as this is, you're being pushed towards another open door with even more amazing things. Yeah, like, OMG, please excuse me for using the word tough 3 times in a row. No worries, it's creative writing, Japanese. We're all creative writers here. Yeah, thank you so much. It's, I'm trying to look forward to it in a different sense where, for a large part of, it's not an April Fool's prank, is it? No, Max Black Cat, no, it is not a joke. This big launch is not a joke. I'm very grateful that it's not a joke. If it was, I'd be very devastated. but it's gonna be something exciting, and I hope you and Victor are close to one, close to one of these things, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. But yeah, Yapani, to your point, I'm trying to look at it that way too, because for a lot of my journey, For Fans by Fans helped me so much. Like the things that you guys all praise me for, the big balloon boy, the dog house, the experiences that you guys would get, all the merch and stuff. Like, of course, I designed all of that. I said yes to all of that. But it's because this company has like the warehouse space, has the money to invest in all this, that I grew so much, and they have the connections obviously to get into these conventions, that I was able to represent Puglie on such a bigger stage. And the beauty of all that is all of you have shown me how much love there is for Puglie so long as he's there. So it's not like a completely impossible thing, like, oh, I should just cut my losses kind of thing. I know there's love for him. I just need the energy, the money, the time, the space to push him to the level that he should be at. And because For Fans by Fans did all this, every time I received praise for it, I would feel that imposter syndrome, because for the most part, I just felt lucky. Like, I felt lucky that someone wanted to invest so much into Puglie and cared so much about him. But maybe this time around, now that I'm thrown into the deep end, I have to learn to swim. I have to learn everything. Maybe this time around, the praise and all that will actually sink in, and maybe I'll be able to help others to be like, hey, like, this is how you do things. This is like what I know. These are the people I've met. And maybe I'll actually feel like the praise is worth it. I mean, I sure hope so. If after I did all this work and my brain is still telling me like, no, you don't deserve any of this, like, I gotta get back into therapy for that. I'm not just talking about another open door just to be optimistic. I really believe in you and your work and Puglie. It's also okay if the pace of work is different in the future. We support you. Yapani, thank you so much. And that's also another thing too. Like, I'm really grateful for my team, Beth and Zen, who are part of the Puglie team, because I'm very transparent about everything that happens with Puglie to them, because I don't truly believe, especially for a small business, I don't truly believe that, like, oh, only the CEO is supposed to know the numbers and what's going on and stuff. I think for anyone that is willing to put in their time to your dream, your company, like, you should be able to tell them, like, hey, this is what's going on. Of course, unless, like, your employee really just doesn't give a shit and just wants to clock in, clock out. That's okay too. So of course they know about, like, the change and everything, and they're understanding, like, they're understanding that I might have to cut hours just to salvage some money for future investments and stuff. And I'm just grateful that they're here to support me also, and that they've been supporting Puglie so hard for such a long time, like throughout the entire pandemic time when I really needed it. So yeah, that was the biggest news. Like, it wasn't the NFT that, like, was real artistic shade. It wasn't that Peggy got major food poisoning. It was that, oh, Yapani, thank you so much. Wait, I gotta do this right. Yeah, it was that, yeah, For Fans by Fans, I have decided to not exhibit at any conventions anymore, and didn't give me the heads up for it. Yeah. I think that also hurt me a little bit, too. I mean, I can't blame, like, my friends, because maybe they didn't know either, or maybe they couldn't tell, but it's like, as a company that used to be so connected to artists, and I have to say, like, there's been a lot of changes at this company. But for a company that used to be so connected to artists, that really cared, it just really sucks that, you know, you have all these artists working under you as, like, their own brand, and you take them to conventions and all that, and you didn't decide to tell them any possible update or anything. Because if I knew this earlier, then I would have been able to apply to some conventions earlier to make up for it. And luckily I didn't miss out on too much, but at the same time it's different. So yeah, that's it for my updates. That's it for my week. Every single day, I've been telling myself, you know what, tomorrow will be a better day. And I want to say that I'm waiting for it, but at the same time, I think I'm at a point where, like, I need to start making my own days better. I gotta start focusing on the things that I really care about and appreciate. I gotta really practice gratitude, like, really appreciating the things that I've done. Like this upcoming April release, this thing that is going to be announced, is an actual milestone dream of mine. Like, it's a part of my Puglie bucket list that I didn't think would ever happen, because I'm like, how am I even going to get there? But I got here, and I can experience it in mid-April when I fly down to LA. And because of all the news and the week so far, I haven't been able to really accept it or process it or just celebrate it. And I know the number one thing that my therapist told me is to practice being mindful and being present. Like, you know, being here. And at the same time, like, yeah, I'm trying to be, like, focused on the day-to-day things and what's in front of me and what I can do, and not freaking out over the things that I can't control. That's one of the things my best friend has always reminded me, that, you know, there are things that are going to be out of your control, and it's honestly a waste of energy to worry about it. Because there's a high chance, too, that your anxiety and your anticipation of it is way worse than what it actually is. But, yeah. Thank you all so much for coming to my TED Talk on my week and how things have been. Let's get to line arting this. I think this is pretty solid in terms of what I want from this. Let me just figure out this area a little bit. But I'm truly excited to start going back to conventions. I mean, I'm excited, I'm nervous. COVID's still a thing. You know, the pandemic isn't really over as much as we want to say it is, but it is what it is. And we'll figure it out, I guess. We'll just figure it out. True, definitely take the time to grieve losses, but also to celebrate the wins. Yeah, absolutely. Like, this was a part of my life that was a large part of my life. Like, I started full-timing Puglie back in 2016. So for like 4 years, for 4 years, For Fans by Fans has been a part of that. Has helped Puglie grow and made Puglie possible. And of course there's security in it, there's almost like a complacency in it. But yeah, it just sucks because I felt like we were finally getting our stride. There were so many new ideas and things that were gonna come out for him, and now they probably never will. And it's just business, I guess. I'm not feeling this little tuft. Yeah, not feeling this tuft. Let's see. Good. Double check, triple check. So I'm like, oh, do I want it like facing up or facing down? I think facing down has a little bit more whimsy to it. Whimsy. Someday I'll see ya in Europe. Just you wait. Oh man, Kate. One of these days. One of these days. I mean, one of the conventions that I've been kind of eyeing is called Dokumi, which is in Germany. And I'm sorry, I'm awful with geography, so I have no idea how far Germany is from you. But it's an anime con in Germany, and I've never really visited Germany. I went to a mall in Germany when I was in Europe, and that was it. So it would be neat to go to Germany someday and bring Puglie, because oddly, I have 2 or 3 German fans from there. Like I see them from my online store and stuff, and I'm like, oh, cute. So it'd be really neat to be there and, I don't know, get to meet them one day, like thank them. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, line art time, let's go. It's a 9-hour train ride? Oh my god, I mean, that's like a flight. It's like a flight. Ooh. At least you guys are connected by train. I don't know, I feel like, okay, first of all, I haven't ridden a train, like a long train, since Japan. I've ridden a train from Antwerp to Paris. I think that was like, what, 2-3 hours? And I don't know, I would personally, I much prefer a train to a plane. At least on a train, there's no turbulence, and I don't know, you can kind of stand up and walk around, I think, and it just feels like, oh, there's more scenery, at least, I would hope. Alright, let's... Oh, this is too thick for this. Alright, alright. How much does a train ride cost? Like a train ticket cost? Like, is it cheaper than a plane? Is it just as expensive? Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. Okay, maybe this is too dim for my eyes. Oh, back to holding my breath. Kokoro, hello. Thank you so much for joining us again. How is you? Oh man, I just went on quite a long chat about how I'm not doing super great. My past week has been pretty rough. I guess TLDR is girlfriend got food poisoning. my art got actually ripped off and sold as an NFT by another artist, another self-proclaimed artist, and I got the update. I guess I got a notification. I got an answer. Because I can't even say it's a notification, because they didn't notify me first. I had to ask. That for fans by fans will not be exhibiting at conventions anymore, which means Puglie won't be at any of the big conventions anymore with them. It's gonna be all me in Artist Alley if I'm lucky enough to get in them. It always depends on month, but it's usually cheaper than flight. Oh man, that's nice. At least when you travel around Europe, it just takes longer, obviously. Yeah, it's true. But, like, I assume it's alright. Like, a train ride. I guess, like, because we don't often travel by train here, not for long distances, there's a novelty to it to us. Where it's like, ooh, a train ride. Like, a couple of hours, not that bad. Alright, let me see over here. You're just like a close bestie to me. Why? No, that's terrible. No. I hope your GF is okay. Yeah, she's hanging on. I think she's like lurking in the back right now, in chat, but she's still recovering. She still has an upset stomach, nausea. She's still not really able to eat food that she enjoys. Not a lot, at least. At least not without getting an upset stomach. So, yeah, it's still bad. Every day just gets a tinge better. Also, plagiarism and stealing for one's own profit is a no-no. Yes. I'm glad it got taken down, and she apparently learned her lesson. She didn't apologize to me. She apologized to the people that bought her NFT, and she says she's not gonna do it again. But I guess we'll see. We'll see. But in terms of, in case you were asking why, in terms of for fans by fans not exhibiting anymore, it would seem that after the acquisition by Good Smile, Good Smile doesn't want, Good Smile only wants themselves to be exhibiting, but I don't truly know, and you can't, I guess, like, don't quote me on that, but yeah, I guess their focus is much more on Good Smile now, and that's that. Alright, just gonna make sure I don't create some weird tangents here. I'm just trying to figure these little curves out. One of the hardest things is fitting all this nice fashion that is designed for people with limbs onto Puglie, who essentially has stumps for limbs. I love that face. Oh my god. Yeah, Panini, what are you working on today? How are all your little critters? But yeah, guys, if you're in the States, definitely stay tuned for my my announcement on the 1st of April. Not an April Fool's joke, but it is coming out that time. It's been like, when I first experienced this, I was like, oh, it'd be a dream if Puglie got to do this one day somehow. And it was like absolutely just a dream that, you know, I would say out loud, but I'm pretty sure I would never attain. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start. But it happened, and I'm trying really hard to just soak it in and be like, man, this is awesome. And so I'm flying down to LA for it. I'm hoping to be there for the launch. And also, luckily, one of my friends in LA has kindly offered his house to for me and Peggy to stay in. So once we get everything figured out, at least we get to save a little bit of money, or a lot of money, honestly, on accommodation. But here's hoping I get a lot of what I want to do, or like finish this month, done in time. Oh, Yepity, you don't have to, but thank you so much for the support and the appreciation. Appreciate you so much. Hey, Huge, I gotta go. I gotta go now, but it was fun catching up with you. I gotta actually stream. It's been a while, and I have to play my game's last seasonal quest for the current season. Maybe if you're still on, I can raid you. Kokoro, go enjoy your stream. Have fun. Good luck with your game, and yeah, if I'm still on, you're more than welcome to raid me, or I don't know, spread the love to someone else. We'll see how far we get in here, but have fun, okay? Take care. Alright, let's figure this out. Thanks for enjoying my emojis. Oh, I don't know if you know. Oh, you're a little flower sack too now. I like how I'm amused by it. Like I made this. Because did I put them both on? Oh yeah. Because Twitch for some reason has a real issue with Puglie's butt, or just Puglie. You can do exclamation mark. Oh wait, is it exclamation mark booty? No, wait, is it exclamation mark bagel? Yeah, exclamation mark bagel and exclamation mark dance. These are the two emotes that Twitch has rejected. I can't seem to appeal or talk to anyone in real life about it, so it is what it is. Oh, why didn't it play? Wait, Desire, try that again? I want to send love to your stream. That's Kokoro for ya. Okay, see you around, friend. Have fun with your stream. Okay, bagel works. Is it because dance had a little cooldown? Alright, let's figure this out. Oh man, to draw such small details with such a thick brush, because Puglie style demands it. Why do I do this to myself? What's wrong with the dance one? Twitch, please. Oh, must have a cooldown for Twitch. Okay. Or like, maybe I messed up one of my settings to for the dance one. I'll take a double check at that. I'll write it down. Double check dance. Double check dance emote. Oh, I'm asking Twitch what's wrong with the dance emote. Why don't give us dance? Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I know for a fact that this is like another great artist, Automatic Spirit, has his original character Catsup doing the same dance because it's just rotoscoped off of an existing like Pug Dance GIF. He's great. I love him. And then there's something wrong with Puglie, and I honestly think, you know, the reason why he's rejected all the time, the one thing that pops up from their guideline is sexual misconduct. Like, they for some reason think Puglie is sexual, and I can only assume it's because Puglie is fawn color. Like, he's a nude color. Like, that's the only assumption I have. Gotta fix these ears over here. Right. Why not give us the dance? We could see it on screen. Oh, nice, nice. I feel like you're probably right. I've seen the same dance emote elsewhere. A-okay. Yeah, it's... like, there's no way I can appeal for it. Like, there's no button for me to, like, ask for an appeal. Like, hey, can you take a closer look at this emote? Realize it's not sexual. Like, it's just a pug dancing, and he happens to be nude colored. Because, you know, pugs are that color. Alright. Satisfying curves, satisfying curves. One potentially exciting thing, and one, and also a stressful thing, is that since knowing that For Fans by Fans won't be at Anime Expo anymore, I signed up for Anime Expo, but not in the Artist Alley, not in the exhibitors. It's this new concept that they want to do, which is almost like a one-up from Artist Alley, where if you needed more space if you had your own original stuff or content, or like if you did apparel and stuff like that, you could sign up for this area called the Annex, and they give you a 10 by 10 space, and they ask you how you're going to design it. And I don't have any real design for it right now. I have an idea for a design, but I haven't actually done any of the planning or figured any of that out in terms of how it's gonna work. I signed up for it, and here's hoping that if I do get in, and if I say yes, then I will figure it out. But admittedly, if this works, then I'm gonna be so happy. Like, if I can learn on the spot all the stuff that I need to know in terms of shipping things. Is it for Anime Expo 2023? 2022. I signed up for 2022. Like, honestly speaking, I'm in no rush. I don't feel like I'm really in a rush per se to get into these conventions this year. If I get rejected, I get rejected. That's okay. But I think a large part of me is feeling FOMO, I guess. Sorry, I'm just oh shoot, I don't have it here with me, do I? What? Where did I put it? Okay, I guess I don't. My hand is starting to scrape against my screen. And I can't get that smooth line out. It's going to be amazing. Oh my god, thank you guys. I mean, do you guys potentially want to see what my really stupid idea is? I say stupid as it, like, stupid bracket affectionately. Like, it's just, it's, I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but, I wonder if I can even find the files, actually. Let's see. I know I named it this. Oh, thank God. Yes. Okay, so... hide this, and... Okay, so... This is a little food truck, graphic that I made for Puglie. I just thought it'd be cute. I wanted to do, like, a event or something, like, design-wise for this. I wanted to do, like, a collaborative thing with this, with people. So this is, like, the food truck idea, right? So when it comes to planning a booth, planning a display, there's only so much I can do right now, with my own, like, power, money, and everything. So... normally an artist alley table is just a 6-foot table. You get this table, that's it. You decorate it and stuff like that. I pitched to them that I was gonna do a food truck experience, and that was going to be facilitated by this idea, which I'll probably need to explain. This here is a photo backdrop stand. So if you have seen, like, backdrops at all for photography and stuff, it's like a tripod feet, there's a stand, and then you usually drape a backdrop here. This big thing is going to be a vinyl banner. Vinyl because it's sturdy, it like, you know, you can print on it, I can order a print of it, and this is going to be me cut out. Like I'm gonna cut a square in the middle of the vinyl banner so that I can somehow fit a food truck design onto this so it looks like I am serving you from a food truck. And then of course I'm gonna leave space for menus so that like you can see what merch or what Puglies I have, and it's gonna be called the Poot Truck, really, because like I'm not serving you food, I'm just serving you poots. I'm serving you farts and pugs. Like, it's simply the idea of this gives me endorphins. Thank you so much. And I'll be honest, like, I just drew this out. It's just a concept. Like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, this should. In my head, I'm like, 45% this should work. But I'm nervous, excited, and I wanna design this, and I wanna really see if it works. And I don't know if I'll have the chance to test this out before, if I get accepted into AX. But if I get accepted into AX, like, this is gonna have to work. And yeah, it's a little bit more complicated because I'm gonna have to go into SketchUp, which is the really simple 3D program that I use, and I'm gonna have to actually measure out, like, okay, how, like, because ideally I would like to be sitting. I would like to not be standing for most of it. I might have to find, like, I don't know, a tall chair or a stool or something, but ideally I'd like to be sitting or having some support on my butt. So I have to measure out, like, what size would it be for me to be, like, standing or sitting, and then how that window is going to fit, and also how big that window is, and then how much room I have for all these graphics and stuff, and then how high up the photo stand should be. And it's just, yeah. What is this song? I'm just gonna not feeling that. I'm like on a happy EDM, and that was like hype battle EDM. So like the work is something that I need to put in, but like the idea is a Poot Truck, but this was inspired by my overlay where it's like as seen on TV, and this was like something else that I pitched to a friend of mine that is also like full on chaotic energy. And if my idea works with a Poot Truck, with this cutout and everything, it can hold its form and it's like stable, then I would definitely make this for my friends. But yeah, that's my idea. I am so excited for this. It sounds amazing. I hope you can make your vision come true. Yepany, thank you. I really hope so too. I will absolutely have to if Anime Expo accepts me and I make the choice to go. But it's, yeah, like, what better way to really do something than to be thrown into it, right? Yepany, you've exhibited in, like, artist alleys before, right? Like, you've gone to conventions and stuff? My next goal, or my next, like, thing that I really want to plan out, that I've been wanting to plan out for years, is making my artist alley table look even more like a convenience store. And I kind of got that down because of the banner that I have. Like, it looks like a little awning on top of my table, but I feel like I could do a better job. Okay, this is gonna require some steady hands. Oh, too steady. I have not. I am mustering up the courage to simply share a table with a friend at a local NYC market sometime this year, maybe. Yepany, do it! Do it! Oh, I feel like you're gonna have so much fun. You have the courage. It's within you already. And sharing a table will be super fun when you're there with your friend. Like, even if it happens to be slow, at least your friend is there with you, and you two are just hanging out. Let me figure out how this hoodie is gonna curve. This is like a really poofy, long hoodie. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Hey. Oh, you're gonna have fun. And honestly, if you're doing just conventions for fun, a market here and there is really neat. Like, at least you don't have to worry too much about the income or whatever. You're just enjoying your time there. Me. Clean this up a little bit, fix the curve a little. Hey, whoa, seeing the huge in action. Ketchy-san, hello, thank you so much for joining. That's true. When did you decide to do Puglie full-time? What made you go, yes, it is time to make the jump? It was a combination of a lot of things. So, I created Puglie back in 2014, and he was purely just for fun. Like, I didn't think much of him. I was like, oh yeah, he's this really fun pug that I drew. And by that time, I was already exhibiting in artist alleys with my two best friends. Like, it was the three of us sharing a table, and I had like my own work and some fan art, and they had their own stuff too. Hey Viv, and Piano Bandit is one of those best friends that I exhibited with in the very beginning. And when I created Puglie and I made 2 posters of him, for the first time in my convention career, those 2 posters sold out every single day. Like, I had to restock those posters every single day. And I was like, oh, I have something. So fast forward a little bit, I have a full-time job at a music label company. Music label, I guess, specifically. And how will I diplomatically say this? It was a very small company, and there were a lot of moving parts. And though you didn't really have to wear a lot of hats, you were expected to do a lot in your position. But also, because it's a small company, a lot of people felt like they had a lot of say and power in the things that you did. And because I worked in merchandise, everyone felt like they had a say. Like, in terms of, oh, I would wear this, I would not wear this, blah, 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 etc., etc. And the really frustrating thing was, if me and my lead knew that something wasn't going to sell, because, like, we know our demographic, we know our fan base, we know, like, but in the back what numbers sold the best and whatnot, we would still have to do it because someone with higher power said so. And if it failed, we were blamed for it. Even if from the very beginning we said it wasn't a good idea. And that lack of accountability really, really, really frustrated me. Ah, Catchy, thank you so much for the drink. What were the first two posters? Oh, oh no, I know what you mean. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Let me see. Alright, let's... Hello? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me see if I can find it. Ah. So this is one of the first. So, like, you can see... It was called literally Puglie Food and Things. And at the very top was my Puglie logo at the time, like the font logo. And then it would say, like, Puglie Food and Things. And you can see the coffee cup donut. This was supposed to be like a eclair, a bouncy castle, sundae toaster, jello, pillow. This is the Mjolnir, like the Thor hammer, bubble tea, cactus, grenade. And this was like, all these prompts were just from my Facebook. Like at that time, I just wrote a status saying like, hey guys, give me like random items. And then these were what my friend said, bouncy castle and like cactus and stuff like that. Huge, I recognize this. What? Because as a local potato, I'm trying to remember if I see them. Aww. So this was the Puglie Food and Things, and the other one was, let's hunt this down. I'm in series cartoons. Ah, here we go. And this is the updated one, I think. Was it? Oh, yes, this is the updated one. Okay, and this is the second poster, though it's been updated a little bit to include, the Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was called Puglie's Heroes and Villains, and it was Marvel, DC, and, this is the Max, and I forget what publisher he's from. But yeah, these were the two starting out posters, Heroes and Villains, and come on, Food and Things. And somehow these two random posters just sold so much, and I was so very surprised. Honestly, maybe I should do an update on these. I don't know. I mean, I might get like DMCA'd real fast, but yeah, I just had a lot of fun with these. So yeah, Yeppany, to you, like, understanding, like, what I mean, yeah. It's not too hard to show. Oh. And again, with Puglie, I do a lot of these for fun. And for those, I just did them on my own time. I asked my friends, like, hey, guys, what are your favorite superheroes or villains? And people just listed them out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can draw a couple of these. Like, those designs look nice, so that's how I drew them. And so, yeah, at the full-time job, that was kind of like the culture. I felt like there was a lack of accountability, a lack of people listening to us that have the numbers and the expertise and everything. And it became like every success was sometimes ours, sometimes other people's, but everyone's failures, every failure was our fault, even if it wasn't. And that frustrated me a lot. So I was also really lucky to have a lead that trusted me. So for conventions, of course, a lot of conventions start on the Friday, and Friday is a work day. So I would have to ask my lead, like, hey, can I please still go to these conventions? I promise you I will, like, do the work. I'll wake up extra early to do whatever is needed, and I'll stay up extra late to do whatever is needed in the day. And my lead was just like, yeah, sure. oh, I didn't realize I like accidentally clicked myself. Um, and he was like, yeah, sure. And that meant the world to me because I was still able to do Puglie, and represent him at conventions and, make that money on the side. And having his trust really meant a lot. And to your question of like, when did I make the leap to do full-time? It's a combination of a lot of things. One, I always kept track of my own accounting. So like income, expenses, maybe not super like a whole lot into expenses at that time, but like I knew how much I paid for a convention, and I knew how much I earned, and so like I knew the profit. So I could take a look at the conventions as my accounting, and then I also knew how much I was being paid at my job. And in 2016, I went to SakuraCon in Seattle. It was my very first American convention I was lucky to get into. And it was there that I met the CEOs at the time of For Fans by Fans, back then called We Love Fine. And they absolutely fell in love with Puglie and wanted me to get in contact with them. And so first of all, I was like, this looks kind of sketchy. I should do research on them first. And then when I went home and did research on them, I was like, oh shit, I actually recognize these guys. I see them every year at PAX. We Love Fine, yeah. So We Love Fine turned into For Fans by Fans. So I was like, yeah, I recognize these guys from PAX. They're legit. So I called them, took them up on their offer to like work with them with Puglie, and then we. Oh, I didn't know they renamed. That's awesome. Yeah. So Puglie first debuted with them at PAX West in Seattle, which was huge for me because I went to PAX West for like 2-3 years. It was this game-changing convention for me. At the time, I loved like video games and being in that culture and everything. So it was a huge milestone for me to just see my little fatty on the PAX like vendor floor in the corner, and people just observing him and buying him. And the day I went, it was like a Saturday or something. And the CEO, the guy I met, just comes up to me and is like, huge, we're selling out. Like, oh, Ketchy, thank you so much for the support and for becoming a Pootie Pal. I hope you enjoy your time as a flour sack. And he's like, huge, we're selling out. Like, people are loving him. And I'm like, what? Like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're a flour sack. You're a little flour sack with a little Puglie painted on him. He's like, yeah, people love him a lot. Like, we sold out like this, and this. Like, we're running out. We can't even get the shipments in time. And I'm like, what? Like, and so because I kept track of my own accounting, and then I saw how much We Love Fine was paying me out in royalties thanks to conventions and online sales and everything, I realized like this was nearly as much as what I was being paid at my full-time job. And mind you, what I was being paid was like an entry-level like career job pay. Like it wasn't much. And I figured at that time I would wake up at like 8:30 a.m., go to work until 5:30. By the time I got home, it was like 6:30 or 7. I would eat dinner with my family, and then I would work until 2 or 3 a.m. on Puglie. And this was my life for a handful of months, like at least 2 months. And my health was deteriorating, my mood was deteriorating thanks to my health being so bad, and also because of like issues at work. And it wasn't until I went on a trip to Japan with my friends, like my 2 best friends, and I had that time away from life, away from the day-to-day, that I really sat down and thought about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm making nearly as much as what I'm getting paid at my full-time job. working 5 hours a day on Puglie, destroying my health. What if I just quit my full-time and did Puglie full-time, having all that extra time and energy to put into him, going to more conventions and stuff, and because I had my own accounting, I had the numbers in front of me, I knew it might be possible. And I say might because at the end of the day, when you take that leap to do something full-time, it's still scary. Even if it looks like you're gonna be okay, even if the numbers seem to make sense, it's still really scary. But I did it. I put in my 2 weeks notice. I thanked my lead for all the trust that he's always put into me, for like, you know, letting me go to conventions, because without him letting me go to conventions, I would have never been able to, you know, meet the people at We Love Fine and be where I'm at today. And at the end of November of 2016, I became full-time Puglie officially. And I guess, like, that's the story of how I became full-time. I knew I drew this, and I knew in my heart I drew this the best I could, based on what the reference was, but I need to see what the... Oh, okay, yeah, I see what the reference is. I will have to figure that out. I'll make this into a crescent moon, though. Yeah, I remember seeing you more and more. Yeah, because I had the time, and Puglie was my full-time then. Alright, it's the crescent moon. But yeah, I think no matter what, leaving that kind of full-time job, that stability, is always scary. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that throughout this pandemic, there were many points that I felt like, what if I just got a full-time job? Like, what if I put Puglie back in the back burner and had that stability, had that salary? I didn't have to worry about, you know, me not working on something. But in the end, it's just, there's so many things that I still want to do with Puglie, so many things that I want to achieve. And even if I can't achieve it, I want to know that I did the best that I could to try to attain it. And maybe after, you know, actually putting the materials in place and doing things that I thought would help me, if I don't get it, then that's it. And that's fine. But I don't want to quit before I even tried, is all. I saw your stuff at Anime Expo with the big Puglie there that one time in like 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018 would be when the big boy was there, and 2018 was a really, really fun year for me and Puglie. Thank you for sharing. You have no idea how relatable parts of your story are. It's a very inspiring and encouraging one. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm glad. I'm really glad. And I hope it gives some clarity in some way. It wasn't easy, and my girlfriend can attest to that. Like, I naturally have a lot of financial anxieties, thanks to my parents growing up and telling me that, like, we're poor, like, all the time. So I'm very financially anxious. And being financially anxious and owning your own small business is a very awful combination. But it helps in a lot of ways, because then you're very much in tune with your accounting and your expenses and what you have and what you don't have. it didn't occur to me until like talking to more friends that like a lot of them weren't keeping track of their expenses and their stuff, even when they were doing or planning to do their stuff full time. And it bewildered me because I was like, this seems like the most, like on paper, the most black and white thing to do, for you to have the facts and the info in front of you, but you know, to each their own. You really inspired me to keep on trying and make something like it as well. And yeah, it's scary to leave something you know as stable. Yeah, it's well, first of all, thank you. I'm honored to be an inspiration of any sort. And yeah, to that point about stability, I'll say this: the stability makes sense. All that makes sense. The benefits, the stability, the salary, the fact that you can get up for work, which getting up sucks, but you can get up for work, you can do your work day, and at like say 5:30 or 6 p.m. you're done. Like, you have no obligation to do any more work, to answer any messages or emails past that time. You can just shut off and enjoy like cooking dinner, watching shows, playing games. You can literally shut off. And it took on many years, and even till this day, for me to not feel guilty about not working on Puglie. And I will say that with the devastating news about the conventions that I received yesterday, I might slip back into somewhat bad habits where I work on Puglie for a lot. For like 22 hours of the day. And there's a benefit to working that kind of full-time job because you can turn off. You can be not invested in your job. You can be invested in your team. You can want to not let them down and be there for your team and stuff. But you have no obligation to be any more connected for work. And that's the tough thing about being self-employed, in that your work-life balance blurs a lot. Especially when the thing that you're working on is your passion. Oh, Max Blackhead. OMG, I remember an old video on your YouTube channel when you were interviewed about Puglie, and you mentioned living with your parents still, and you've changed so much. I mean, yeah, like I think I moved out also at around like 2017, 2018, and that was a huge leap for me, but that was a much needed leap. I love my parents. Like, I'm very grateful for where we are now in our relationship, because as a trans dude, like, that could have went really bad coming from an Asian culture, but my parents have come to accept me, have come to enjoy Peggy, and we're very close now. But as much as I loved my parents back then, I just needed my own space. Because I would want to concentrate on work or something, and my mom would come in with an issue with her iPad, and it would just take me out, and I would get really irritated, even though I don't want to. It's just the emotion that I have. And now that I live on my own, it's helped a lot in my mental health, and also in just like being more connected with my parents. Rachel, hello. How am I? I've had a really rough week. I guess in this very current moment, I am doing okay, but I had to take in some bad news yesterday with regarding Puglie and my licensing and kind of like I don't want to say partnership, because it wasn't like a business partnership, like in terms of the legal terms, but in terms of me working with For Fans by Fans, I got the news yesterday after asking that they won't be exhibiting at conventions anymore, which means Puglie won't be at the large conventions, and that is a huge issue for not only my income, but my ability to go to those events and meet people. So I've been taking it like one day at a time. I only found out about the news yesterday, so this is the first day of taking it in and figuring out what my game plan is. But Rach, how are you? Sending you hugs. Aw, thank you. These are looking so cute. Desire, thank you so much. I'm really happy with how they're turning out. But as y'all can see, line art is a heck of a time for me. Because, like, I want to make everything super clean and neat. This is probably how a lot of people think my art is vector. Just because I'm such a neat freak with my lines, but yeah, they're just good old hand-drawn lines with some help from stabilizers. And holding my breath. Whew. Oh, I hope there's another way for you to attend them. Don't stress too much. There are other ways. Yeah, it's like at this point it's just you know, me being the luck of the draw, you know? Like you obviously know how competitive or straight up lucky Artist Alley is nowadays. And it's just about me throwing my hat in and hoping I get picked. But yeah, in many other ways, I really want to be able to focus on growing Puglie without going to as many conventions. I still love conventions, but at the rate that I was going at with like 13 conventions a year, my limit was 15. I don't think I can keep up with that. And I just need to find a way to grow Puglie so that I can work on him and still obviously make a living. And go a little less so I don't have to wreck my health. Oh no, we'll catch up when Chloe is back. Wait, where'd Chloe go? But thanks, Viv. We'll catch up. We'll catch up. I didn't know how to say in our group chat. I'm like, so this happened. But yeah, we'll catch up when we get back together. It's just been a lot right now. Oh, they're at GDC with important people. Of course. Of course. Oh, lurking for boba. Enjoy your bubble tea. Have fun, Yepany. I've been working from home too and trying to get new art out there as well. Yeah, it's all about trying our best. Like one thing I want to get back into, and like Max Black Hat, you mentioned this regarding that old YouTube video. Yeah, I've been saying this every year. I've been saying this for like 10 years now. But I do want to get back into YouTube. I don't know what it will be. Like, I don't know what the theme of my channel will be. I don't know what people expect, but I feel like YouTube, akin to Twitch, would be almost like me on a more personal level. Like, yeah, I'll be talking about Puglie, drawing Puglie and whatnot, but yeah, it'd be me just, I guess, talking about, I don't know, experiences, life, how to draw things, I don't know. Alright, this eye is looking a little bit wonkier than usual. I'll fix that a little bit. But Viv, do you know when Chloe's back? I'm off to LA, like on the 9th to 12th, and then I'm off to Calgary, at the end of April. And then I'm off to Calgary again at the end of May. Would be cool to see. Aw, thank you. I have all these like old recordings of videos of me, like, you know, working on Brown Sugar Puglie and stuff like that. It's just figuring out what the content is outside of just like a drawing video, I guess. Man, it's always Puglie's big round saucer eyes that take up the most time for me. I'm very particular about his curve. Or curves. Everyone's traveling. Viv, don't you dare travel back to China. Actually, I don't think you can even go back into China. So good, you're staying here. Come to Calgary! Brown Sugar Puglie is so cute. Sakura themed Puglie for spring would be cute too. Aw, man. Oh, I don't know if I have the time to plan that out yet. Or like to make it in time. Cause man, cherry blossoms are already coming in like from everywhere. Like they're already starting to bloom around Vancouver. Rach, is there like any specific anime that you're creating art for right now, or like what's that thing called? Hololive? What's the thing the youngins are into nowadays? I am so out of it. They have PAX end of April, so before that. Okay. I guess somewhere between me coming back from LA. But I don't wanna, I don't know, I have worries. I have worries about LA. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll always figure it out. Cherry blossom season, yes. It's a beautiful, beautiful season. Oh man, like the street next to my apartment is covered in cherry blossom trees. It's the most beautiful thing. But the cherry blossoms on this street for some reason are super late bloomers. So after a lot of cherry blossoms around the city are already like dead and gone, mine bloom, and it's so beautiful. The whole street is just covered in pink. Come on. Come on, little buddy. VTubers, right? I just watched the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. It's so good. So maybe I'll be creating fan art. Hololive is really popular at the moment because they just had a concert. Are all Hololive VTubers singers? My street is one of the streets that people come to every year for pictures. Oh my god. I remember I saw on Instagram of someone that yeah, lives in a house that is on one of those streets. And they started an Instagram of people that are taking pictures of like on the street. But man, sometimes the people that are taking the pictures are super disrespectful because they'll end up like stepping into people's lawns or like stepping into their garden beds or leaning on their cars or something. Like, dude, it's not your property. Get off. Alright, you know what? This circle is good enough. If I figure it out later, I'll figure it out. Ooh, I saw people on the news shaking the trees to take the photo so the petals fall on them, but it damages the trees, right? Like, oh man. Can y'all respect property, nature, objects, things? Like, damn. Just pick up some of the petals that were already on the floor and just throw it up, you know? Like, get good. It makes me angry when people have like this level of either ignorance, disrespect, naivete, like solid. Alright, good enough. Clean up this little area. Alright. That's one. Rach, any plans to go check out like the Cherry Blossom Festival, or like anyone in Vancouver that's in this chat? Any plans to check out like the Van Dusen Cherry Blossom Festival or any of that? Just drawing these little pushy down marks because it's like, well, Puglie's really stepping on it. So I did, yeah, just hit the toe a little bit. Alright, that's one. Oh, okay. On to the next. Oh man, this file is so huge. What I can increase opacity for this, merge all those layers, and decrease opacity, and that should save me, oh yeah, a couple of megabytes. Oh yeah, Sakura Days is happening on the 9th and 10th. Oh, great, I'll be gone. I would like to go have a picnic under the trees. Oh, that'd be so cute. That'd be so nice. Definitely gotta bring, like, I think a jacket or two, because I feel like we're still a little bit chilly, but we're starting to get warmer. Yeah, the big picnic is on the 2nd. Oh. Oh. Is the picnic, like, it's not a paid event or anything, right? It's just a thing, and people can choose to go? Ah, there we go. Oh, perfection. Yeah, this is why I always avoid drawing the face first, because I take so long with it that I just want to have fun drawing the other things. Come on. Ah, Ketchy, thank you so much for the hydration. You can reserve a picnic lunch bento for that event. Oh! On the 2nd of April? That's my birthday. Aw! Happy early birthday, Rach. But yeah, oh man. That bento sounds nice. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up later. But yeah, making your own bento, like, that's good stuff. Like, you can fill it with all the things that you like to eat. And then get some snacks from, you know, one of our Japanese grocery stores, and just fill it up. Just enjoy the day. Okay, wait, that's not how it goes. Alright, let's... There we go. I fix this up a little bit here. Let's say there. Plop and plop. This emblem I'm gonna put on a separate layer just in case. snacks is a must, and maybe iced teas. Ooh, yes. I know I'm performing during the 10th at Van Dusen, so I'll be enjoying the trees during then. Ooh, even though I can enjoy them outside my front door as well. But like, you know, when you're at Van Dusen, it's like a whole garden. That's some nice stuff. What are you performing? I'll be honest, my ideal bento would literally just be egg salad sandwiches and just the rest is gyozas. Like just half egg salad sandwiches, half gyozas. Just pile it on. Like give me like 50 gyozas, I'm happy. A-okay with this.
Dreaming high, never gonna care, I'm living on the top side. If I'm gonna make it, I will never miss the chance, yeah, yeah. Come on, love,
Right. I should name my layers. Let me fix this extra little bump here. Alright, alright.
If I had to call you up, I never would have too much time. Things were always pretty good when you were staying by my side. If I ever fall in love with you, ain't gonna leave my mind.
I haven't been to Van Dusen in so long. Like even I missed out on the celebration of lights, or like that winter festival with all the lights, just because like I don't know, even though it was outdoors, that event was always packed with people, so COVID times just feels bad, man. Do I want this, or maybe I just want this? Yeah. Move this way. It's the jacket. Yacket. So. That. Right. I think even as I'm sitting here, I'm just like constantly reminding myself, you know what? I'll be okay. Like even with all this bad news, I'll figure out a way, right? I mean, I sure hope so. So long as I reach the goals that I think are important to Puglie, maybe everything will work out. Ooh, I'm also going to Anime Revolution in Vancouver at the end of July. So I'm pretty excited to be back. Tank top straps. Okay, I gotta need to shift that a little bit. Okay. And there's a little crop toppy. And it's such a nice day out today. Maybe I should do some grocery shopping after this. Round. Yes, that's the right way to go about it. I'll be at Any Rival 2E. Are you soloing or are you sharing a table? For some reason, I love grocery shopping. Grocery shopping is the bomb. Like, I really like going in there and just walking around like aisle by aisle and seeing what's on sale, and then being like, oh yeah, I could like make something with this. I mean, of course, there's like a shopping list because there's only so many things I eat, but you know, sometimes you see some of the frozen foods that are on sale and you're like, I never tried this before, maybe I'll give it a shot. But it's honestly so weird, like thanks to daylight savings time or whatever it is, just realized I've been like drawing like off screen for a little bit. It's still so bright out, and I've been so used to being on the stream and it's like 5 p.m. and it's already like dark and dimming. So got lucky today. I'm soloing the table. Same feeling with shopping. Nice. Oh, I hope we'll be close to each other. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Tiff is gonna get into this time. I hope we'll be able to like share a birthday cake and everything again. Alright, let's... Ah, that's a really bad tangent. It's a really bad way to... Okay, a little bit better. Oh, Ketchy, what are you performing at Van Dusen? Lucky day. Yeah, I hope we get table close to each other. Oh my god, I miss Tiff also a lot. She's so funny. Oh man, I can't wait to see Tiff's first. I guess I can't say first because she's going to Anime Expo with Tina. But I can't wait to see what her first convention back in Vancouver is gonna be, especially since it's Anime Revolution. Like, What chaos is she gonna bring this time? Okay, maybe I'll just shorten the leg to around here, honestly. Or what? I will extend this. Because I'm hitting too many tangents with this leg. And I'll just extend the skirt, so then I'm not gonna be hitting anything. Rach, what other conventions are you going to? Are you going to Odafest? I'm part of Boyish, so idol boy songs. Oh, and Koi Hoshino again. Oh, cool. I saw Tina and Irene not too long ago. We went to eat meats. I think I saw either yours or Tina's. I think both. Like all your Instagram pictures, and I was like, "Aw." Okay, this has not helped at all with my problem. Why? Why am I so bad at this? Alright, let's... Oh, where am I gonna put you? Your little feetsies. You're not good enough. Good enough with this one. Good enough. Calling it. Just calling it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. I won't be at Odafest because I missed the applications. Aw. But I'll be at A Calgary Expo, Anime North, and Minikami Anime Revo. You got into Anime North? Oh my god, congrats! Did you just not get a refund at all, or did you reapply? Because I stupidly, well, not stupidly, I gotta give myself credit. I asked for a refund because I wasn't sure like when Anime North was gonna, happen, and I didn't want to be in a situation where like they were gonna open and they weren't gonna roll over, and I wasn't comfortable like flying to Toronto or something, so I just decided to get the full refund. But I'll see you at Calgary Expo. I'm soloing, so I don't know how much I'm gonna leave my table, but I'll see you at Calgary Expo. It's Ronald. I can't tell from your username. Everyone's so mysterious. Oh wait, that's his little army. Okay. There we go. And here, a couple of little ribbons. I think I can fit in a little ribbon. Tie over here. Sorry guys, I'm just holding my breath again because I'm trying to get this detail right. I mean, do I even know the colors of the ribbons? Oh yeah, it's just that pink. Okay. Cool. Cool. Solid. Yeah, they rolled my table over from before COVID. Okay. Man, I'm gonna reapply just to be on the wait list in Pro Plaza, and I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, then I'll visit you in Calgary Expo. Yay! I'm sharing with Vivian again. Aw, cute. Nice. I mean, I hope we'll be close together, or at the very least, I hope I'm close to someone that I recognize, because the Calgary Expo artist alley can be so large, and it's like, oh, I hope I'm close to someone that is willing to help in case I need to run to the washroom or something. Alright, I don't want... this curved a bit more. It's not a nice curve. There we go. Alright, FaceTime. I'm sending you lots of luck for getting into Anime North. Thanks, Rach. I mean, they already made the announcement that, like, all the tables are, like, taken up, like, rolled over. So I'm like, oh, sad face. But at least if I get in the wait list, it's like, hey, I'm still interested. It's just been a rough couple of years. I'm only going to the local ones here at the moment. I want to go to Anime North, though. Like, it's really... Anime North is so fun. I want to say, like, it's weird in, like, the artist alley sense because there's so much organization and how they just, like, they separate, like, oh, if you're a print artist, if you're a craft artist, if you're, like, an original artist or apparel artist. It's just, like, there's so many rules. But it's a pretty great con. Like, it's pretty large and there's so many great artists that go there. So, yeah, definitely try to hit it up. And if you've been there before, then try to hit it up again. Are you making VTuber pugs? I'm not. These are the mascots for Otafest, actually. So I was lucky enough, or I had the honor of being invited as a guest artist. And on top of that, they're commissioning me to draw this poster for a donation auction. So, I mean, hopefully a lot of people like it, and there's enough people bidding on it so that, like, it makes some kind of impact in the donation goal. I really hope. We can go to dinners after. I won't know a lot of people either. Nice. We definitely can, yeah. I chose a hotel that's, like, really close to the convention center so I could save on Uber rides and stuff. So hopefully downtown Calgary can accommodate for, like, most of the food options. I haven't done a Calgary con since 2017, Anime North is very specific, but the con itself is great and rewarding. Oh man, it's wait, why am I so cool? I am not cool. um, since 2017, oh man, I hope you'll have a lot of fun. Sorry, hold on. Oh my god, come on. But yeah, Anime North has so many rules that, I don't know, honestly seem so arbitrary. Come on. Okay, and then this side again. But yeah, I really want to go back to Anime North and visit friends, and it is also a great con, like a very rewarding con for sure. I should write that down as a note for myself, just like check Anime North Pro Plaza. At this point, I'm just like applying to conventions, and I have a gist of when the dates are, but I'm like, I have no idea if there are conflicting ones. Yeah, I hope so. Vivian is planning hotel and plane tickets. Oh, nice. So not sure where I'll be at the moment. Yeah, I did all my planning on Expedia, and what was mine? What was mine? I know it was really close to the convention center, and it was not the Sandman Hotel. I'm trying to think, like, is it the Westin? But it's like I say close, but it's I think like a 20 to 30-minute walk from the convention center, but I can walk up like 5 minutes and take the SkyTrain, like their subway, down to the convention center. So it's not too bad. And I'm hoping like whatever train ticket I need to buy is not going to be as expensive as an Uber. Okay, gotta fix this up a little bit. Where are the eyes? Why do I have a random layer here? What's happening? Ah, I see. Alright. Okay. I'll let you know which hotel I'm at when I find out. Yeah, yeah. 20 minutes walk isn't bad either. Honestly, yeah, like, especially in a city that, you know, we're new to, it's not too bad. Just like put on some headphones and just enjoy the city walk. Anime Expo is my first convention since before COVID. Victor is joining for a day too. Aw, cute. Well, here's hoping I get into Anime Expo, and then if I do, then I have all my shit together so that it is a worthwhile trip. and that I don't know. Hopefully, the organizers of Anime Expo aren't like angry at me if my layout looks pretty shoddy. Ah, screams. But is it Victor's first Anime Expo? I don't believe so. Is it? Wait, why am I even? I'd like to table at Anime Expo again. Oh, sorry, I was like reading your other sentence. I'd like to table at Anime Expo again. Yeah, like Anime Expo is all of our like goals in a way, but I tried to think about it in that every year, yeah, I would go to Anime Expo, and it is like our biggest anime convention in North America, right? But at the same time, at the like literally at the same time as Anime Expo, there's a couple of other anime conventions that yeah, sure aren't as big, but I've never been to. Like I think there's one in Denver, Colorado, and I don't know, maybe this is an opportunity for me to go to other like conventions, even if they are smaller, or take the time to just work on Puglie. I don't know. Fanime is a good one as well. Yeah, that I know. I also recall. I can't recall if I applied to it and got rejected, or if I didn't apply to it at all. But I know for sure I got rejected from KawaiiCon, and that was big sad face. And I think I got rejected again. Either that or my email got lost, and it's like goodbye. He never goes out, so yes, Disneyland was the only other big place we went. Aww. Oh, I hope he enjoys it so much. I'm so sad that, like, Victor's first time at Anime Expo will not have Puglie there, but, like, no Puglie in terms of, like, you know, the big build-out and stuff, but hopefully I'll be able to go someday. I would like to try as well, yeah. I didn't apply for Fanime since I'm not doing US cons this year. I'll try next year when things are safer. Yeah, I feel this. Like, as much as I have applied to US cons, like, I am still a little bit on the fence about it, just because, the US seems a little scary, still. I say this, but, like, I'm going down to LA for, this event. Not a convention, but, like, just a launch event for Puglie. But, I mean, one, I'm hoping it'll be okay, and two, for the most part, I don't think Peggy and I are going to be in areas that have, like, too many people. At least if it is, like, there's people, hopefully we can distance from people. Okay.
I remember sneaking out after dark. You'd have been on my mind all night long. Maybe we'd have got a vodka lemonade. We show the cool kids how to be the youth of today. We jump the fence and play in the mystical
Triple check. The eyes. I feel like if I flip this, it's gonna be bad, but let's flip it. I feel like there's something I am not seeing. Flip horizontal. Not too bad. Sometimes it looks off because the brush I use has a slant to it, so just gotta fix. Maybe this is a little bit too slanted that way. Just over here, just want a little bit more volume. Oh my god. Touchy, thank you so much. You and Peggy stay safe out there. Thanks so much, Rach. We hopefully will. We'll try our best. COVID is dying down a bit, but there are still lots of people who just don't give a damn. Yeah, for sure. Like, I recently read an article about, like, private businesses, small stores and stuff, still requiring mask mandates, and anti-maskers being angry about that, and, like, wanting to protest the store, or, like, get all their friends to, like, go to that store and stuff, you know, obviously unmasked and everything, and it's like, get the fuck out. Like unabashedly, get the fuck out of life. Like, I can't believe these people. And, like, yeah, it was the law to have a mask mandate, but you didn't get, like, arrested if you went into, like, if you just walked outside without a mask. It's not like anyone really called the cops on you if you went into a store without a mask either. Like, yeah, you would be asked by security to put on a mask, or you might get escorted out. But you're not, like, federally or even provincially detained or arrested or anything. And then, all these anti-maskers, now that there's, like, no mask mandate, they're like, oh, now you know how it feels to, like, have this law and stuff like that. It's like, bruh, we're still allowed to wear a mask if we want. It's a literal article of clothing. It's a piece of cloth on our face. Like, we didn't outlaw socks or sandals there, Dave, but you're still wearing it. Nobody likes it. How are your bell-bottom jeans, Cheryl? Maybe you should throw those out. Ugh, people. Flipping the canvas and praying is a mood. Yep. just please, God, like, show me the way. Save. Thank you, Ketchy. Yeah, I should flip my canvas more often, but yeah, I actually don't flip my canvas often at all. It's only sometimes when I feel like maybe I want to double check, like, the height of their eyes and stuff like that. Maybe I'm not seeing it, that I'm like, okay, maybe I should flip my canvas to take a look. But then when I flip my canvas, either my eyes are bad, or it's like, oh, there's nothing super wrong with it. So it should be okay. But I also know, like, just in the heart of hearts, there's something off. Why harass someone that's already struggling? That makes me so angry. Yeah, like, the article specifically focused on this little bookstore in Chinatown. Like, our Chinatown, mind you, called Massey Books. It's run by indigenous owner, and they, because it's a tiny bookstore and because they, I guess, are just like wary or anxious or whatever, they still have mask requirements up to enter the store. And literally this woman named Cheryl was all like offended and incredulous about it, and I posted it on Facebook, and then all her anti-mask friends joined in, and yeah, it's just garbage. Anyways, I tried to look up Cheryl, and it seems like either she privated her Facebook, which seems unlikely, or she deleted it because it literally just doesn't show up anymore in the search. And I'm like, good, take yourself out. There's the door, take yourself out. Yeah, what ended up happening was like Massey Books showed the literal conversations that Cheryl was having about their bookstore, because they tagged the bookstore, about like, oh, planning all these like friends to go in unmasked, like they can't stop all of us, blah blah blah, like it's not against the law to be in a store unmasked and stuff. And it's like, well, it's against the law to, you know, I call it cause a ruckus, but there's a very specific term that's very much like, oh, disrupting the peace. Like, the whole idea is about intent, right? And if your intent is to loiter there and to cause trouble because you're an anti-masker, the store owner has every right to call the police on you and be like, hey, they're disrupting my peace, they're like stopping business from running properly. Absolutely valid. It's like the restaurants that don't allow you to, I'm sure Cheryl got a lot of hate. Yeah, deserved, you know? Like, I ain't afraid to say it. Like, this stuff boils my blood. And it's just, at this point in the pandemic, at this point of pleading and all the science showing you to, like, you know, care for your community, your neighbors, like, you know, put a piece of paper over your mouth and just do it for other people. At this point, if you are still so much of an asshole, then you deserve everything that you put out into the world, like 2 times over. Man, so good, so good. Nice. Alright, I know I have these little details here. I think I might just, oh, I did draw it for them. Okay. I was like, maybe I'll just color in the detail, but since I drew it on this side, I'll draw it on this side, too. Because there's restaurants that are like, you know, no shoes, no shirt, no service. And, like, what are you gonna do? Protest by going in there naked and think that you are above the law? Like, no, this is a private property. The person doesn't want you there. Get the fuck out. They did it to themselves, absolutely. And yet, you know, when the karma bites them in the ass, they're gonna be like, oh no, I don't deserve this. Like, how could this happen to me? Ugh, absolute garbage. Alright. I'm gonna draw this on this layer and just do a steady, or, yeah. So this yo-yo, I know, is not going to be perfectly round because it's like Pugley's getting bounced up by it. But I still want some semblance of a roundness to it. There we go. Always go up from bottom to top. And because Puglie's sitting on this, there we go. Okay. No, maybe. Oh, no, I already know that curve's wrong. Oh, come on. My mouse is stuck. Oh, there we go. You know what? This might be wrong. Let's try this again. So if this bumped down a little bit and just connected here, I would say maybe like here. Nope. Okay, maybe that's good enough. This design is looking cute. Thank you so much. Yeah, at first I was gonna have just the two like floating in nebulous space and with a background, but then I felt it was too close to one, the reference picture that Odafesh sent me, and two, it just, I don't know, it didn't feel connected. It didn't feel like a illustration. So then I had to think about, okay, well, like, you know, what could these two be doing? Because I didn't want to draw a whole scene. I didn't want to draw a background. I was like, oh, I don't want to draw like food stands and stuff like that. So I wanted something that would connect them, but still let me to be abstract enough. And then I realized, like, oh, like, you know, the Japanese water yo-yos are really cute. And they kind of work, like, in terms of, like, shape and including all three of them together. So I'm glad it worked out. Alright, this looks more believable. I can tell you hold your breath when you line art. Yeah, it's this habit I developed when I was pretty young. I took an art class outside of school, and at some point I learned to paint with this art teacher, and he taught me the trick, which was if I really want to steady my hand, then I have to hold my breath. And it's just always stuck with me. Whenever I need to steady my hand, I need to hold my breath or just breathe very slowly. One, to not move myself from breathing, which seems ridiculous because we're always breathing, but I guess we never really notice that there's this subtle movement until we need to do something that's like super still. And then otherwise it's just I guess it's put into me now that it helps me focus, so I just keep doing it. There we go. Wait, that's what they are called? Water yo-yos? I think they have a name, but I just call them water yo-yos because it's literally just a water balloon, like on a string, like an elastic string, and you're meant to kind of play with it like a yo-yo. Butai, hello! Thank you so much for celebrating all that is Puglie. Have you been? do you have any ideas for when your next stream will be? This is like a singular one Butai raid. Butai, thank you so much for the raid. Doing good. I think we'll stream on Friday. I hope. Ayy. Oh yeah, how's your like your little pop-up on oh, what's it called? I forgot the name of the platform. Butai raid, one viewer, me. Ooh, I'll try that more. Yeah, Rach, like, whenever you feel like you need to focus, or you can't, for some reason, get that curve right or whatever, just try holding your breath. And if you're not holding your breath, then just breathe really, really slowly. Especially when you're breathing out. Breathing out would be a little bit more stable than breathing in. Alright, Gabriel, you're gonna be on the eyeball layer. Oh my god, I just finished. It was interesting. It felt like a Twitch stream. Oh, nice! So, like, I think, like, I was recommended that platform too, by, I think, like, someone that is involved with it. But I haven't had the time to check it out. I probably should. Oh, Butai. Here's a summation of what you missed in the earlier chat when I start chatting with people. A big TLDR is that, I mean, you might have seen already on Twitter, but like a Puglie got stolen, not stolen, ripped off, completely ripped off by another artist apparently, and then made into NFTs. And that was super, super, just like, it hit me in a way that really pissed me off because, like, one, you are another artist, so, like, the absolute disrespect, the absolute shady, like, attitude behind that, just, it's so shitty. But then second, it hit me deeper because, like, I've been surviving, or doing my best, surviving with Puglie, and last year was a loss for Puglie, quite a chunk of a loss for Puglie, and so money has been tight, and to see this happening, and because NFTs are all just driven by money, it really sucks. So yeah, that was the extra infuriating thing from a personal level, was just seeing that, and knowing that I'm not making as much on Puglie myself, and here you are ripping him off as another artist and making, like, I don't know, $20 a pop or whatever. So there's that. Sorry, I'm just like concentrating on this little hair fluff. I just want him to have the perfect little curve. Come on, little guy. Oh yeah, I think you would do super good there. Is it just like an online store? Like, because I know there's a live streaming element to it, but is it also just like an online store kind of thing? That was insane. It's gross whenever that happens. I hate NFTs. Yeah, like, again, I sit in a position where I'm not here to, like, I can't judge anyone for their financial issues. Like, if you are financially strained and you feel like NFTs are the way to go and you're making money and you're surviving off of it, like, even though environmentally and everything that makes me sad, like, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. It kind of sucks because every rich person is doing it, and it defeats the purpose, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's where I stand. But I wouldn't personally do it because, like, a friend pointed this out to put into words. NFTs are seen as an investment. Like, very few people actually appreciate the art. At the end of the day, they're just buying this piece of thing to hopefully sell it to make more money. And I don't want Puglie to be seen as a stock. I want people to actually buy Puglie, adopt him, and bring him into his home because they really appreciate him and it makes them happy. And it makes them happy on like a much deeper level than just money. So when my friend kind of explained or like just kind of pointed out how NFTs are perceived in this way, I'm like, oh yeah, now like that's it. That's really it. You could tell that he could draw, so why steal someone else's ideas? Like, yeah, exactly, right? They have the skill, they have the tools, and yet you do this? So did he take down the NFTs, or did the platform take it down? So the platform took it down, and then I think a few of the Instagram posts got taken down, and then I guess they realized that they got caught, so they ended up deleting some of their Instagram stories, like some of their Instagram posts. And then they made like an apology on Twitter, but it wasn't apologizing to me or anything. It was apologizing to the people that bought their NFT of the ripped off Puglie. And I'm like, and they like apologized for the plagiarism to the customers. Sorry, I just inhaled saliva. And one of the customers was like, it's okay, that happens. And I'm like, plagiarism just happens? Like, excuse me? NFTs? Like, plagiarism just happens? But, I don't know. I think maybe Beth and I will keep a little, like, I will maybe check in a little bit to see if, you know, it sprouts up again. But if they apologize for the plagiarism that just happens, maybe like they'll change their tune or just decide to not plagiarize. God, I don't know. And that's the thing, because they're also an artist and they have the Japanese, thank you so much. I wish it was the bubble tea that you were enjoying, but water will do. Because it was another artist, like, I would feel less offended if they literally just copied and pasted Puglie into an NFT. Like, I would feel less offended because I'm like, okay, you're just like you're just a lazy thief. Like, that's whatever. But yeah, the fact that this person had the tools, the skills, and the time to do this, like, fuck you, man. And you know what the real shocker was? It was a woman. Like, I don't know why that's a shocker. I guess we assume that the NFT space is so primarily men, and it is. But like, damn, the disrespect. If someone actually wanted art, then the person would just buy a personal commission or merch. Exactly. I saw that poor apology. So dumb. Wait, what? I accidentally plagiarized. Oopsies. Getting caught. It happens, right? Like, they were just apologizing because they got caught. And there's a specific reason why I never tagged them. Like, they have a Twitter. I know it. Like, Peggy found it. And if anyone looked into it, they would have found it easily. But the reason why I didn't tag them is because I didn't want to, just in case, incite, like, a mob to rush at them. Even though I avoided looking at their Twitter until one of my friends, like, showed me again that they found it, and then I looked at it, and it just made my blood boil. Like, the people that were, like, complimenting her ripped off Puglies and stuff, it's just like, okay, this is why I couldn't look at it in the first place. But yeah, the main reason why I didn't tag her in the main post or anything is because, like, one, if she blocks me, even though I have other accounts, if she blocks me, then I can't keep tabs. And second, I just didn't want to incite a mob against her. Even though, yes, I was super angry, and even though, yes, a part of me kind of, like, wants it to happen, I'm like, okay, for the greater good, I shouldn't. Like, at most, I showed what her Instagram handle was, and that was it. No. They made it happen when they decided to trace or heavily reference an original character. Hello? Yeah, like, God, I don't know. Water is actually my fave drink. Nothing hydrates like water. Yepany, you are a very, very blessed one, because the only way I can drink water is if it's like ice cold. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a huge hunk of ice here because I just shoved my entire water bottle into my freezer, just so it's cold enough that I don't taste water. I just end up tasting cold. So, Yepany, I wish I was blessed like you to actually enjoy water. The only time I really enjoy water is, yes, if I'm super thirsty, or if I'm working out, and, like, water hits different, because I'm, like, working out and, I just need that hydration. It's like my body finally decides it needs it. Otherwise, I drink really mildly flavored carbonated water, and it helps. I'm not sure whether to laugh or be mad about that. Like, are they serious? It happens, right? Like, oh, I guess it's just NFTs, right? It's just plagiarism. It just happens in the NFT space. The fact that they didn't even apologize to you properly. Yeah, I don't like the witch hunter call-out culture. Yeah, for sure. Like, I would feel bad because, like, I'm aware of, well, one, the amount of followers that I have on Puglie's Twitter, and also Instagram, but also, two, like, these types of posts tend to blow up, and, like, look, if you put in the effort to look at their Instagram and stuff, and mind you, Tiff did kind of spam their Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, Tiff, I appreciate you so much. So, like, that's probably when they started finding out or realizing that they got caught. But, yeah, otherwise, like, you learn this in web design. Things like call to actions. The more steps that a person needs to do something, like go to a website or something, the less likely they're gonna do it. Like, it's a difference between putting a literal button there for them to press and go to the website, and having, like a piece of text that they have to copy and paste and go to a website, versus, like, an image of the website with the URL, and they have to type it themselves. It gets progressively harder for people to do that, because people are lazy, and that's it. And so it's like, look, I included the name there because I am gonna shame you, but chances are the harder, quote unquote, it is for someone to get to you, the better it is. And if someone really put in the effort to leave you a message, then, you know what, I'm not gonna stop them. I know other people who don't like drinking water. I'll add you to my list of friends. It has to be tea or flavored water. Yes, exactly. Like, I need some kind of flavor because I honestly taste water. I know some people don't, or I guess people don't mind. But, you know, minerals and where you get the water from and stuff, they all have a taste. Even bottled water has a taste. Because it's like, oh, which spring did they get it from? Which mountaintop the glacier come from? I like how angry, like, Gabriel is. Like, he's just so determined. And that's just part of his, that's just his design. It's just this determined little fluffy cat. I'm gonna fix the eyebrows a little bit. Like so. How long is your list? I guess 6 now because of huge. Ayy. So that's so sorry, Butai. That's just the first thing. The second is Peggy ate raw oysters. So here's the full story. After stream last week, me and Peggy and 4 other friends went to this really fancy dining experience. It cost us $600 total. Because it was this whole experience in this dome and everything, and it was already a bougie restaurant. And so all of them, except for me, ate raw oysters, because I don't like seafood. I don't like raw. I tend to not like raw stuff. And all the girls that ate raw oysters, 3 of them, one of them being Peggy, all got food poisoning. Specifically, this thing called the norovirus from oysters, which happens when you consume raw oysters, because it's the oyster that is infected by it. And it's safe to eat cooked oysters, but raw ones are no-go. And it turns out, so let's see, Wednesday night, when they ate the oysters, they were fine. And then it was Friday night where it hit all of them at the same time. Like a lot of vomiting. 1 or 2 of them had diarrhea, like upset stomach, nausea, intense amount of nausea to the point where they couldn't stand up. Like they just had to be laying down, and even laying down they were still nauseous. And all 3 of them couldn't eat for like all of Saturday, essentially. And it was midday Saturday that all these news reports came out that a lot of our oysters here in British Columbia are infected with the norovirus. So that's when it happened. And yeah, it was super fancy schmancy. It was super, after this, not worth it. So at first, so here's the thing, and I understand it. A lot of restaurants, when they have menus that pertain to like raw foods and stuff, there's a warning about it. Like even with the eggs, if you order like sunny side up eggs that are like runny, they have a warning about it because you're ingesting raw food. And the same is for oysters. But because it was such a terrible experience, Peggy decided to Karen a little and asked for some kind of compensation. And then the head chef called her because, you know, he takes like food poisoning seriously, and he also knew about the virus from the, like, our provincial health probably called them, or like, you know, released a statement, and he saw it and was like, oh shit. And at first he offered credit, like food credit, to go back to the restaurant. But then when Peggy told the other 2 girls that, like, oh, he offered food credit, and all 3 of them were just kind of sitting on it for a little bit and being like, you know what, this isn't worth it. Like, we don't really want to go back. Because they're pretty traumatized by it. Finally today, the head chef offered, like, $300 back, so, like, half off the meal that we had. Which is fair, I guess. But Peggy is so brave. Like, yeah, I know. When Peggy was on call, Santi Woof, hello, thank you so much for putting along. I hope you enjoy your Puglie, me drawing a cat. But here are the pugs. Yeah, when Puglie was calling in to kind of Karen, I hid in the bedroom. It makes me really uncomfortable. Like, even if you were right to ask for compensation or something, like, it just makes me feel kind of bad. So I just hid in the bedroom until the call was over. As you can see, I'm not very good at standing up for myself. Dang, I was hoping they would get the full refund. Yeah, I know. But they were like, you know, they mentioned that normally they don't offer refunds for something like this because, again, when you consume raw oysters or raw anything, it's at the discretion of, like, it's at your discretion that you take on the risk of any kind of food poisoning and stuff. But they were like, oh, we're doing it as a gesture of, like, goodwill. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Get it. But yeah, and still till this moment, Peggy is still sick. So there's that. So from Friday night, like last Friday, to now, she like her symptoms have gotten less severe. She's not vomiting anymore, but she still has nausea and upset stomach, especially when she eats. You to the bedroom. Is it safe to come out now? That's literally me. Like at some point when it seemed quiet, I like opened the door and I'm like, is this is it? Oh, hold on one sec. I don't know why kissing is okay, Twitch. I adore the pugs and I would kiss all of them on the forehead. Oh, thank you so much, Santi. I wonder how many other people got sick too. Apparently, 50 people reported food poisoning, and then all of them, the one thing in common was that they ate oysters. So I guess the Food Health BC went and checked some of the oysters and found out that like they were infected with the virus. But like in a single day, 50 people called in saying that, or like got admitted to the hospital or something for, you know, the symptoms. Happy she's a little better at least. Yeah, true. Kiss. Take that, Twitch. Yeah, that's wild. Absolutely. So we were planning to go check out like cute cafes and the restaurants we haven't been to on Saturday, and just like walk around neighborhood, especially when it was sunny. And then we were gonna watch Turning Red at home, and we did none of that because Peggy, for the most part, had to be asleep because she was resting or she felt nauseous and she couldn't eat and she could barely keep down like any liquids. We got her bubble tea. I got her some snacks that she, you know, normally likes. And yeah, it was just really tough for her to eat that day. All of Saturday, she ate half a Chinese sausage bun, like the little Chinese buns that have the sausage in it, the hot dog. Like she only ate half of that for all of Saturday. You're so sweet. I mean, I gotta be. But I care her, so yeah. It's been really rough for her. So that was the second bad thing that happened in the past week. But the big thing, the big headliner story that completely devastated me yesterday, and it's probably still has residual effects today, albeit I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it one day at a time. Is that I found out.
The rough week will get better from here on out.
Aw, Catchy, thank you so much. You didn't have to, but thank you so much for the 100 vitamins. And you got a little badge for it. I found out because no one had the courtesy to tell me that for fans by fans, the company that I license. So, little recap: the company that I licensed to, and they're the ones that bring like the big inflatable Puglie balloon that everyone talks about. And they're also the reason why Puglie is represented in a lot of the big conventions in the United States, like PAX, New York Comic Con, Anime Expo, like San Diego Comic Con, all the big ones. They have made the executive decision to not exhibit anymore at any conventions. So Puglie has no more representation or in on any of those events. And so that essentially destroys like 60 to 80% of my income. Now, I can still go to conventions. Like, I can still like haul my ass into conventions and stuff. But the thing with these massive conventions is that they're really difficult to get into. So it's like, oh, I just have to throw my hat in and hope that I get in by sheer luck or lottery or whatever. And, you know, I'll have less merchandise, I'll have less all this stuff, but yeah, the thing is, they could go to these events that I might not be able to make it to, and you know, I'm still getting the support I need from them. But now, no one decided to tell me earlier that they had made this decision, and I'm just like super numb and super devastated because, again, like, this is a huge chunk of my income, and in the beginning of Puglie, this was why I was able to do Puglie full-time. But now I'm grateful that I've had this experience. I'm grateful that I had all this time with Puglie, and also to know that he can grow. And there's enough love in this world for Puglie. It's just I need to bring it, I need to create it, I need to create more Puglie, and I just need to be there. And so the rough part is, at the moment, like, you know, money is an issue. Time is always an issue. Money is an issue. Space is an issue because, like, if I get any bigger, I have to rent like a warehouse or studio, and that is also money. And yeah, it's just tough. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this curve. I just want to draw this a little bit better. So for those of you that were here in the middle or the start of the stream, I'm sorry you've had to heard the story like 3 times, but thank you so much for being here. I hope you're just chilling with this line art that I'm Control Zing like all the time. Yeah, I was wondering where the blimp came from. Yeah, it was all thanks to my friends back then at For Fans by Fans. Just one of them came up to me and was like, "Hey, we want to make a big blow up of Puglie to put above our booth. Are you okay with this?" And I'm like, "Hell yes, I am." And yeah, that big boy, like, I love him so much. He's so cute and round, and he doesn't know what's going on. He's just like floating up above a booth, up on a ceiling at a con. And what I loved is sometimes I would overhear someone like waiting by my booth, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm by like the big pug butt," and he just became a landmark, you know? And at the end of every con, when he was taken down and he was put on the floor level, like, I was able to hug him, and it was just nice. It was like a little end of con gesture. Like, not knowing how I got myself in this life, and yet here I am. But maybe one day I'll get my own little balloon boy, you know? Even just a small one to put on top of my Artist Alley table. Aw, Desire, thank you so much for the love. It's totally okay. I'm just happy to be here and chat. It's always nice to catch up with you. Rage, thank you. It's been so long. I mean, Fan Expo, but like, it's been long. It's just difficult with COVID and all that. Alright, let me fix this up. Almost there. Whew, okay. It's really nice to catch your stream. Aw, Catchy, thank you. We will catch up more at Calgary Expo. Yay! Absolutely. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like figuring out like what that little bump was, but alright, let's get this going. So close. So close. Also, I'm getting hungies. Okay. Rope. What's everyone having for dinner tonight? Or like, if you are ahead, what did you have for dinner tonight? I'm thinking I might just end up heating up one of my frozen pizzas, like calling it a day. Whew, okay. And this one over here. You're having tacos? What? Are you making them or are you ordering in from somewhere? Oh, tacos sounds so good. Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. And let's get this round boy going. First is a little pausey at the back. And then come on now. I want you. Just give you a little round. And the round over here. Oh man, JDope0218, thank you so much for booting along. Hello, oh my god, why did I just find your stream? So cute. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I freaked out a little bit when I saw like the Korean name and I was like, oh no, I don't know how to read Korean. But thank you so much for being here and thank you so much for appreciating Puglie. I'm drawing a commission right now that involves a cat, but normally I draw pugs. My fam is making tacos. Oh, nice. Do you like how do they make the taco shells themselves, or do they buy like the box or whatnot? Oh, huge. I might have a backyard outing with Tina and Irene because they want to come over to enjoy my fire pit. Do you want to come? I'll make the group chat when I have a date set. Yeah, when you have a date set, message me on Instagram or something. A fire pit? You have a fire pit? What? Yeah, we'll figure something else. We'll see how the dates line up. Alright. This little guy. There we go. I am drooling over the merch right now. Oh, J-Dope, thank you! More to come, more to come. But thank you so much. I take a lot of pride in my merch, and I love designing them. I love making things. And one of my goals is this thing I wanna, this set, like this kit almost of Puglie stuff that I want to make for Puglie Palooza, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Puglie Palooza is this online convention I made up for Puglie in 2020, almost to kind of make up for the lack of conventions, because I really missed connecting with fans and chatting and meeting people and stuff, and the only way I could do it was online. So I created this thing called Puglie Palooza that was this convention just to celebrate Puglie. There we go. Alright, last thing is that string. They look like high quality too. Thank you so much. I mean, like, I guess a little self-plug, a little plug-in. All my stickers are waterproof, UV protected, and dishwasher safe. They have an outdoor lifespan of at least 5 years, good against rain and snow and freezing. And you can decorate your favorite mug or water bottle, throw it in the dishwasher, he'll be completely fine. I also have my own stickers on my fabric luggage, and that has traveled with me all over the world for the past, I would say like 5 years, not counting the last 2, I guess. And they've still held up on fabric, so I'm really proud of my stickers, and they are kind of like my main go-to. Pins, I always sort out like the good and bad quality ones, because sometimes there's defects or paint mismatch or whatever, or just some flecks of random stuff on it. So I always make sure I'm giving people the good quality when you guys order the good one. But there's also B grades offered if you want something cheaper and you don't mind a little special one. And with my hoodies, though, they are at the moment closed at the moment because it was a pre-order. They are some of the softest hoodies that I am proud to represent and bring to the world. What else do I have? Keychains are the same deal as my pins. Acrylic is on, I think, like they have epoxy coatings on them, so they're less, or they're more scratch resistant. Oh, I drew it right on the layer. That's why I couldn't find it. Me. But yeah, there's a lot of things I put into details in the merch, so thank you so much for appreciating it. So I can put them on my Tumblr. Yes, exactly. I'm about to travel soon, so that sounds very good. Nice. Oh my god, J-Dope, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, where are you traveling to? Oh, it's super high quality. Butai. Puglie deserves all the celebration. Puglie Palooza. Yeah, enjoy your time being a flour sack, J-Dope. I just had to have these emojis. Oh, thank you. Korea. Oh, nice. Are you going for vacay or visiting family? A little bit of both, or going for work? I have never been to Korea, but my girlfriend wants to go, and as much as I want to go, I am kind of nervous because I don't know a lick of Korean. Like, when we go to Japan, I at least know how to read, and I know, like, sentence structure in Japan, so I can kind of get by. But, like, Korean, I have no idea. And I don't know if that's, like, a huge prerequisite, or, like, it would help you a lot if you knew. Vacay and visiting family. Oh, there are plenty of people who can speak English. Oh, bless. Bless. Alright, let me do this little knot here, like a little tie, and then draw this down this way. But yeah, I really love, like in general, Asian city nightlife. That's something that we really don't have here in North America. And I miss it so much. Like being able to, like, eat good food at, I don't know, midnight or 2 a.m. at night, or get good drinks and hang out with friends. It's so rare here in Vancouver, in my opinion. Me do this. Sorry guys, just concentrating on this curve real here. Whew. Good to know, because my Korean is limited as well, and I want to go to Korea someday. Ah, bless. Let's see. And they have a lot of things written in English as well, so you shouldn't really have much problem getting around. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, I'm so glad. Because, like, Japan has, like, menus in English, but I feel like rarely do they have, outside of, like, the store's name, would they have things written in English. Oh, and transit. There's transit, at least. Alright, so he got this elastic band on him, and I am going to do this, which is, instead of just drawing it out, I'm gonna apply a stroke. And I would say if I'm doing it line art at 60, it's a 50 stroke weight. And let me just double check. Oh, didn't mean to draw that. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Okay. Nope, don't want to do that. Go back this way. Too close. Oh, okay. Oh, but you don't really... Okay. Let me figure this out. Let's see. So if I have you coming out of here... Okay. There we go. Now what I do here is I clean up what I don't need. Oh yeah, I want to go to Korea someday. I've been slowly trying to learn Korean on Duolingo. Oh my god, Butai, you're learning both Japanese and Korean? Oh, sorry, I don't have a command for commissions. I actually, so this is a special commission from a convention, an anime convention in Calgary. And they offered me a table, like they're paying for this commission, but also they offered me a table as a special guest there. So normally I actually don't do commissions, but because this was a very special client, I have made the sacrifice too. Oh, I was like, why is this not erasing? Alright, let's see. And Alright, this is a good base, and I will clean it up a little bit more later. And lock this, and I'm just gonna splash a little color on it for now. There we go. And overall good enough. Make it into its own layer. I miss going to Japan. I know enough Japanese to get by, but it's nice learning more when I go back. Yeah, I always end up learning more Japanese when I go back. And then I feel like, oh, I can pass for this. And then once I come back, it's it's gone. Don't remember anything. And it makes sense because when you're actually immersed in the language and the culture and all that, it makes sense that you're going to pick it up almost naturally. Let me 2, 3. Just give that little triangle a little bit more breathing room. Fill this out over here. Just noticed a couple of pixels I don't like on the band over here. Alright. Open up your borders, Japan! Let me in! Let me in! This is so hard. I want all the stickers. I don't make it easy because I really, really do love making stickers and just making so many designs. I also have a sticker club that yeah, I have a monthly sticker club. It's called the Sticker Society, and for like $10.10 ish a month, you get 4 stickers, which is a better deal than like the actual combo that I offer. And one of the stickers is always an exclusive. That means people cannot purchase it unless they are part of the society themselves. Oh, hi, I wanted to say I purchased something when you had the fundraiser. Needless to say, I love the stickers and the notes you had written. Thanks so much, my friend. Love the stickers. Keep doing what you do. Hot Streak RS, thank you so very much for supporting me and Puglie. And if I'm to assume right, it's for the Anti-Asian Hate fundraiser to support the local Vancouver Chinatown Foundation. If that is the right fundraiser that I'm thinking of. Correct. Bless. Thank you so very much for your kindness and for the support. It really, really means so much to me, and it means a lot to me that I can facilitate support for like my own local community, especially during like such awful times. But again, thank you, and I'm really glad that your friend enjoys the stickers. Yeah. I am sold. Oh, J-Dope, thank you. If you subscribe today, then you will be on track for the March, April, May. You'll be on track for the May cult offerings. Because the April cutoff is already passed, so you'll be receiving the ones in May. And if I am to plan this out really quickly on the top of my head, I think it'll be summer themed, but I guess we'll figure it out. But with all that said, I have been streaming for 3 hours and 47 minutes, probably the longest stream I've had in a long time, but I am so truly grateful for all of you here. I am so happy that I got to finish this line art. It was such a chill stream, and for such a hard week that I had to go through, thank you all so much for being here and for just giving me all this good energy, the chats, and all that. I am just grateful that you guys are here. I gotta go eat tacos. I'll catch you later, Huge. Good luck with the rest of your work. Rach, enjoy your tacos, and this is a good time to say goodbye. Have fun, and I'll see you on Instagram. Thank you for the stream, Huge. Thank you all so much. Let me triple check who there is that is currently streaming right now. Maybe we can share some love, share some good energy. Okay. We're gonna, you know what, oh my god, please, okay. I hate the built-in raid, tool in Twitch because I never really know if it works. Or like, sorry, I know that it works, but there's a pop-up window, I can't see chat anymore, and then I can't see anything, and I have no idea when it raids. So, for those of you that are interested, we are raiding Savannah. She is playing Mario Kart 8 right now. She is a game streamer, but she is also an artist, but she's recovering from a wrist injury, just from overuse and all that. So if you want to show her some love, show her some support, she created her own VTuber. It's a Simone, which is a s'more lady, and it's just, I love it. I love that play on like words and everything. I love that inspiration behind all of that. So if you want to show her some love, she always does to me, and I'm so grateful for it. I will see you around. Yes, J-Dope, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you around. For any of you that need to go because you've been here for a long time, please feel free. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have some good food because it is dinner time or a midnight snack time. And thank you so much for being here, for caring about me, and for listening about my awful week that has been made better by all of you. I hope to catch you all next week at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and hopefully this week will be better, and I'll have more good news to tell you guys. And best wishes to Peggy. I'll see you guys over at Staff for a little bit before I head out for dinner, but thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Bye!